Look at that sweet stinger. It actually worked. All the troubleshooting actually came in handy. I am going to preface before we even jump in that the dogs are in a mood today, and I already know that they're like waiting to bark. So it's going to be a day of that. I already know it. They've been a little crazy today. How's everyone doing? Obviously, a lot of my mutuals and a lot of my friendos are in Texas in various parts, as well as I have a lot of extended family in Texas. All my stepdad's family all lives in Texas. So, obviously, I don't expect to see many people here tonight, but we're just going to have a chill Ooblets stream. Either way, and hopefully the rest of everybody who is here, or who sees this, is doing okay in their respective places, because I know pretty much everywhere but where I live is negative 100 degrees, and having snow or ice or storms or whatever else. We've been having storms, but not snowstorms. But thankfully, we also live in a place where we're prepared for storms. So, even with the flooding and everything around me, directly where I live is not super flooded, so it's not too bad. And obviously we have power and stuff. We did have a water outage recently that's still affecting the house, which is becoming, at this point, a nuisance, but it's not nearly as bad as what's going on in Texas. So my hearts go out to all of my friendos in Texas, because I do have most of my offline friends, and a lot of the people that I know via RTX are all based out of Texas. But yeah, we are, as always, raising money for... my stream deck update has been confusing. For Black Girls Code, and for April Armaud's nonprofit, Sage and Prim's mobile wash station. Links are both down below, and I just realized that my game audio is coming out of the wrong fucking place. So, hold on while I fix that, because you all are probably hearing an echo, even though I have my fucking headphones on. Okay, there we go. Problem fixed. Hopefully... God, that's annoying. Ooblets in early access is really frustrating to stream, I will say. I like playing it, but hoo boy, it is frustrating. It does not window well. It does not hold open as a window, which is annoying when you're running multiple stream stuff off one computer. But yeah, so links are down below here on Twitch, and also in chat under the chat command of Do Good, which is live all year long. We are doing Tiltify campaigns every single month for 2021. All of the campaigns will remain active until the end of the year, so you have plenty of time to check them all out. January's Tiltify was for Trans Lifeline. February's is for Black Girls Code. What else? We didn't stream yesterday, the day before, for scheduling reasons, and then Tuesday I just I was having a bad COVID recovery day. I've been feeling kind of gross every day, physically not good, to be honest. It's been like 2 months since I got COVID, I guess, right? 2 months? 3 months? I don't know where we're at anymore. What is time? It's been a hot minute, but I feel like shit pretty much every day. I don't even really know how to describe it, because it's not super similar to a lot of pain or discomfort that I've been through in my life, and I've been through a lot of chronic pain, and chronic migraines and chronic headaches and physical pain and digestive stuff. I've had tons of medical problems in my life, but really post-COVID, I feel like shit every day, but not even in a way that I know how to describe. I still kind of have the cough. It's not as bad, but I'm still coughing and producing disgustingness, so that's still a thing even though it's been this long. But I just my head feels like shit every single day, and it doesn't make a difference if I drink a ton of water. It doesn't make a difference if I take headache medication. It doesn't make a difference if I sit in a hot shower. Nothing seems to really help it. So either it's a good day or it's a bad day, and when it's a bad day, it's really not good. It's debilitating. So today I still don't feel great, but I feel better than Tuesday. It's basically on and off. So, just kind of have to go with it. And there are people who have been dealing with it for over like a year now, that like this stuff still hasn't gone away, even though they've gotten over the main part of being sick. And that's kind of like the rough thing, is because this is like a new thing from 2019, that like they're slowly figuring out like ways to help people or ways to treat things that you have after the fact. Because like, for example, like, I mean, I haven't gone to a doctor or been tested for stuff, since I've had COVID, but like, I know all the symptoms are specifically from having COVID. They're not from something else. They're not from any of my other health issues, because they're totally different than symptoms I've had before. Somebody else in my house has been having to track their blood pressure twice a day because their blood pressure has gone fucking wild. Which obviously is not good, because COVID can fuck up your organs and can like fuck up your heart and give you lung damage and all this other kind of stuff. So now I haven't checked my blood pressure, but they're both of them are actually checking their blood pressure twice a day and tracking it. And they're supposed to track it for 3 months and then get back to the doctor. But honestly, the blood pressure's been so bad recently, like the last couple of days, every single day, that I told them, I'm like, you need to call the doctor, even if you don't go to the doctor, and be like, hey, here's the numbers, because they have to write them all down in like a log or whatever. Should I come in sooner, because like you don't have fucking heart failure or a stroke or whatever, or a heart attack, because you're 60 and your blood pressure has suddenly shot up to the fucking moon because of COVID. So it's been real fucking fun here, on top of everything else in life. So, that's kind of what's been going on. So whenever I like don't pop on to stream, it's usually either because I really don't feel good physically, and I just like, I don't want to be miserable on stream. Like, that's not that, I like hanging out with people and chatting and stuff, but I also don't want to be like in such debilitating like discomfort, or like my head hurts so bad that like I'm just fucking miserable. So I did put up the second Rock Band video, since I didn't stream, so that is up on the coffee if you guys missed having a video yesterday. Obviously we had Animal Crossing on Monday for Festival, which the VOD is live on the coffee as well. Everything's updated. The kanji video is live on coffee. I'm hoping that, and I was hoping that this month would smooth out a little bit, but between not feeling good still and various house things that have been going on that I won't get into, the schedule's just been crazy. I was hoping to start doing 2 exclusive coffee videos a week this month, and I've been putting out some, but I won't say it's been super consistent in terms of time or what they are, or content or whatever. So I'm hoping that after the end of this month, because I have like accountant stuff to deal with, so there's also tax prep going on, and that's not just for me, that's for everyone in the house, so that's a little bit hectic right now. We have an appointment next week for that stuff. And then hopefully after that big jump is done, I can kind of crack down on longer streams and hopefully more coffee videos. But it is really hard with feeling crummy all the time. I had posted vaguely on Twitter that I'm looking into an alternative option for some of my pre-existing non-COVID related chronic pain that I've had basically since high school. Because I can't afford surgery. So I basically just need to like deal with being in pain all the time physically, which is also not great, because when I stream I'm sitting at a desk, and it's not helping my pain by sitting at a desk for however long at a time every day. So I did order something like a week or so ago, like 10 days ago, and it just shipped like yesterday, and it might be here tomorrow if it doesn't get lost in the mail. So if that works out, that would be great, because I have so many medical things stacked up at this point. I'm just like a miserable blob, and I know nobody wants to listen to that, but it's just the truth, and it's also why I don't like have like a super consistent schedule or laid out, like I flake sometimes on streams. But anyways, enough of me rambling. I just wanted to catch up a little bit since we didn't have a stream yesterday. Today is Thursday, so there will be another stream tomorrow, assuming I'm not dying of migraine. I don't know what that'll be. Maybe it'll be Animal Crossing, or maybe it'll be something else entirely. Originally this week I wanted to start doing an art video, whether during the day or during like my Thursday night stream. But since so many of my friends are offline and AFK and under snow and trapped in their closets and stuff, literally with blankets, wasn't gonna start any new formats while everyone's pretty much gone. So I just hope everyone, like, everything kind of gets sorted out there sooner than later, because it's like day 5 or 6 of this, and like I have family that's like, you know, terminally ill with like stage 4 cancer and like no running water and no power and shit, and like that's really really not great for somebody who's gone through so much chemo and stuff. So it's just really bad all around, and I feel bad for everybody that's out there. But hopefully the shit gets fixed sooner than later. And I think enough with all that, and we'll jump into Ooblets and try to just have a kind of quiet, chill stream, and you know, have a good old chill evening. I have not played since the last stream, as you just saw on the load screen, so I don't even remember where we left off. Ooh, lumberjack hat. Look at that. I really should have done some grinding off of stream, but I didn't. You know me. That'd be how it be. So let's see. I did do a little bit of work in Animal Crossing. Still not a lot, but a little bit. It's coming along slowly but surely. I think in my head I'm seeing it more than it's actually gonna work out. Let's see. We're at evening here in Animal Crossing in Ooblets. So I don't remember, since we left off midstream, what we were doing or if we had a goal that we were gonna do, but for right now we're gonna go back to the farm and plant some stuff. Let's see, where can we plant something else? Let's plant there. I know we weren't gonna plant stuff, but I'm just gonna go and plant it. Fuck it. Do I have anything else? This. I logged into Animal Crossing, time traveled back to Festival, bought the headdress, and now the game will just rot for months again. So I will say, if you guys don't watch the Nintendo Directs, the biggest announcement for Animal Crossing players, so we already knew that we were getting the return of the Mario line of items that have been in all of the Animal Crossing games previously. It's coming back in the new update, which is next Thursday, or next Wednesday probably for us, because it's usually Japanese time. So next Wednesday night, we'll be getting the March update, which the March update includes multiple things that were not shown in the update. But the biggest thing from the Nintendo Direct is that the warp pipes from Mario in Animal Crossing that have always been in the game as an item you could get as decor, they will now be fucking functional, which means you can set up multiple warp pipes on your island and have instant teleportation and travel, which would be good if you set up games or obstacle courses when you have friends over, or if you want to have secret areas that people can't get to. Like, technically you could lock a pipe away in your house in a room that nobody has access to because you can block your doors, and you could literally have a secret part of your island that you could just totally make it inaccessible to people with ladders or vaulting poles, and have a warp pipe secret island nook. And that's like fucking god tier. We've never had teleportation in Animal Crossing, ever, in any of them. The warp pipes have never been functional in terms of actually using them as warp pipes. So that was huge. There's also going to be a full line of Shamrock items, which we've had Shamrock items in previous games and Leprechaun items in previous games for St. Patrick's Day. There's going to be stuff for Pi Day. There's going to be other stuff. They still haven't, I believe they didn't show everything in the Nintendo Direct just because Animal Crossing does get its own update videos every update. So, like, why put it in the Nintendo Direct that was an hour long when people who only play Animal Crossing or only care about Animal Crossing literally will just watch the update when Animal Crossing puts it out on their YouTube and on their Twitter account. So, there are a few cool things to look forward to. I am interested in the warp pipe aspect. I might set one up. I'm not big on using them aesthetically. I'm looking forward to Cat Day to get better outfits for my previous Cat and current cat who have characters on my island. Cat Day. Have they confirmed that there's gonna be Cat Day items? I know that in Pocket Camp there's there's cat items out now, like full cat costumes with like long tails and everything. But I don't know. I didn't know if anything got announced for New Horizons. I haven't checked. Let's see. Drop some stuff off real quick. Oh, more seeds to plant. Do. More seeds. Oh yeah, I have Fermo seed. How the fuck did I get that? Did I have that and just not see that? Am I lit? Am I crazy? Did I just have this in my pocket, or am I losing my mind? I mean, I could be losing my mind. That's part of the COVID, but... Fucking recipe pieces. I like how they're like, the recipe pieces won't spawn anymore. Yeah, okay. They still spawn for me. I'm still getting them. I don't want them, but I'm getting them. Alright, I'll drop this stuff off. I have so much shit in my pocket. So I have been, at least during having my migraine, for most part, I have been keeping up with my language stuff. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I finally caved in and checked out the most hated language app, which is Duolingo, that everybody seems to hate and make fun of. I will say the format of it is very different on the phone versus the computer. And there are full features on the app on the phone that are just not on the website, which is crazy, at least for what I'm studying. So I think that's kind of wild, because like if you don't install the app and you just use the computer, you don't learn the alphabet. That's kind of wild, but I already knew the alphabet going in, so it was fine. Well, the Japanese alphabet, I should specify, in case anyone is new and lurking and doesn't know what I'm talking about. Not English, Japanese. But yeah, so I've been I won't say breezing through. I breezed through the first part, I would say, like the first checkpoint. So I think today was my 7th day using it. Technically my 7th day, because I think I installed it at like midnight last Thursday. Technically Friday was my first day, but because it was like at 11:50 at night or something, it counts today as my 7th day. But yeah, that's been real weird. I've been taking paper notes from it, and it is kind of interesting how it tries to teach you certain things. I don't know that it's definitely not the best way to learn, but it's interesting. I'm giving it the old shot because, you know, I have like a bunch of different apps on my phone and on my computer, and obviously websites and YouTube videos, and there are so many different sources you can learn from, and books and whatnot. I haven't dropped any money on books yet, just because, like, I have a tendency in the past of like, oh, I'm starting a new language, or I'm starting to learn this particular skill, and then I drop off like 2 weeks in. Alphabets are for nerds. Boy, I'll tell you what, man. If you want to fucking learn Japanese from any of these apps, like, if you don't know how to read it, you fucked. Like, to throw you in expecting you to already know it, like, it's not hard to learn outside of like the apps, but if you knew literally nothing, like 0%, and then you just jumped in, like, you literally can't even decipher. Like, there's no way of deciphering it. Because especially like on Duolingo, they combine everything. They combine hiragana, katakana, and kanji. And so like at the beginning of a lesson, it'll be like, okay, here's some of the kanji you'll learn this lesson. And then they also give you way more kanji that wasn't in that list. And it's like, why don't you give me the full list? Why are there kanji here that I'm pretty sure you have not mentioned before? But like, if you know the hiragana and the katakana, you can at least start learning the kanji, which is good, obviously. Because the end goal, if you're like really determined to learn, like a kanji is your end goal. But you can't learn how to say the kanji if you can't read the hiragana and the katakana. And it's funny because like I got to the point where you hit the kanji for watashi, and like you hear watashi a lot, especially in like memes and like people making, you know, Japanese language jokes or whatever, like and there's a bit from Super Mega that's that's been even animated by fans and stuff because it's like such a weird random bit. But it's what if Forrest Gump tried to learn Japanese, and it's literally a bit of Forrest Gump and Lieutenant Dan talking about basically being weebs and learning Japanese via anime. And there's a part where they go like, "Watashi wa, Lieutenant Dan," and it's just like every time now that I hear "Watashi wa" in any context, it doesn't make a difference what it is. I just imagine that fucking animation, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm never gonna unsee this. Like, Watashi has been ruined, and Watashi's like a pronoun basically, so it's all over the place. And I'm just like going through this app, and it's like Watashi wa blah blah blah, and I'm like, oh no, I'm dying. Why are you like this? Okay. I don't have any more seeds. Everything's planted. My brain's kind of gooby today, so pardon for the unbearableness that this is going to be, but it is going to be a mess. It's been a long day. I'll say that. It's been a long fucking day. It's been a long week. It's been a long month. It's been a long millennia. I'm over everything at this point. I just want everything to be done. I'm really not looking forward to taxes. Taxes is going to be bad, like always. I made, like, no money last year, and when I say, like, no money, I mean literally, like, no money. So, I'm not looking forward to my taxes. I don't even know how that's gonna work. Like, I'm so hard in the poverty line, technically. I don't even know, like, what that's gonna do to my insurance, and, like, obviously I'm not expecting, like, a tax return, but, ugh, and I'm, like, out of money, so I'm really not in a good place, so I'm not really excited about next Wednesday, which is when my appointment with the accountant is. And you'd be like, why are you paying an accountant to do your taxes if you have no money? It's because legally I am incorporated in the state that I live in as a business, or as a business owner, so I actually need to file 2 taxes, because I have to file business taxes, and regular people taxes. And hopefully, I'm hoping that she'll be nice and kind of cut me a break, because she sees how much money I don't have firsthand. Hopefully she'll cut me a break on how much she charges me, but I'm also not going to hold my breath. But, like, I literally am, like, out of money, so I'm really excited to start racking up debt for the rest of my life, starting, like, probably next month. Really exciting. Really exciting. I haven't heard back from any of the jobs I've applied to. Big shock. Well, that's not true. I don't know if we talked about this last time, but one of the jobs I applied to got back to me with, like, an automated message that says, we have not reviewed your resume yet, because we got 93,000 applications for this one job that we posted. One job posting. Not all the jobs they have posted, because they have other jobs posted. One job. 93,000 applications. And I'm like, well, not getting that job. Okay, cool. I've sent in some other stuff to other places. Haven't heard back from anyone there. But I'm basically not holding my breath. But I do really fucking need income, because I am at the end of my money, and that's not fun. Not fun at all. Alright, cans in the thing. Blurg. Leaving people alone is the nicest thing you can do. Eh, fucking men. Anyways. Let's see. I noticed that I get dizzy when I spin around 53 times in a row, and I'm unsure if that's indicative of a terminal disease or not. You gotta age like 50 years and then buy a lottery ticket. Seems like super old dudes in Florida win a lot. Well, to be fair, statistically, that makes sense because it's mostly old people. So I'm not surprised that it mostly is old people that win, because statistically it's probably like 10 to 1 in terms of the age of the average person here. Which is like, I was talking to April earlier about like trying to get the COVID vaccine and how much of a runaround my state is giving me, because if you go to my city's website for the COVID vaccination information, they go, hey, from now on, you need to go to the county website. And they deleted the page that was once on the city website. Okay, so then you go to the county website. And the county website also has deleted their page on COVID vaccination information. And instead, there's a link that forwards you to the state website for COVID vaccination information. Then you click on that, and it tells you if you meet the requirements of the state, you can sign up here to be put on the waiting list to receive a vaccine in whatever county you're in. It doesn't tell you the requirements that they're asking. It doesn't give you any information on how to prove any kind of submission for request or whatever. It's literally just like a type out your name, type out your county or your phone number or whatever, your email address. Like, there's nothing. There's no kind of actual data. It's not like a proper form. It's literally like signing up for an email blast. So then I did some digging, and I was like, okay, cool. So basically, they're giving it to, obviously, medical workers first, which makes sense, and as it should be, in my opinion. Medical workers first. Then they're giving it to elderly people over the age of, I think, either 55 or 65, and then to what they consider high-risk people, which I'm curious what they consider high-risk outside of being a frontline worker or an elderly person. Like, if you're a cancer patient, like, it doesn't say. It just says high risk. Well, what is that? I mean, I have chronic illness. Does that make me high risk? Like, I don't, there's no, do you have to be pregnant to be high risk? Do you have to be on chemo to be high risk? Like, what is the line? You know what I mean? Like, there's so many different things that could make you susceptible to getting sick. So I went ahead, and even though I'm not eligible, obviously, I went ahead, you can be put on a waiting list to be notified of, like, when the general public will start getting vaccines. And so now, like, they're going to email me every week to tell me, sorry, you still can't get a vaccine. And it's like, well, if you statistically look at where I live, basically, I'm probably not going to get a vaccine this year. If I, because even though they're sending out a lot of vaccines here because we have a large population, I live in a major metropolitan area, most of the people are old, and we have lots of hospitals and lots of medical care workers. So I haven't looked at, like, how many vaccines have been distributed locally, but I know that, they've been rolling them out all over the place. You can go to, what is it, like Walmart, or I think CVS is a place. There's, like, a bunch of big chain places that are getting batches of the of the vaccination if you're eligible to get it. And then other people are talking about, oh, well, you just walk in and get it. And I'm like, what? Like, that can't be it. You can't just walk in and get it, because if you can just walk in and get it, then no place would have any left. You know what I mean? Like, they would be out. But there's literally, like, an appointment making thing or request to make appointment on the website. So I'm like, I'm hearing so much bullshit from different directions, I literally don't even know anymore. But I'm not foreseeing lucking out and getting one anytime remotely soon. Because unless my doctor deems me high risk, which she won't, because she's, not a nice person, nor does she give a fuck about anybody but herself. She's like the world's worst doctor. Lord, I hate my doctor so fucking much. I'm sure I mentioned it on stream that she recently called and, like, bitched me out on voicemail over something that her office fucked up, not even over something I did, which is even more wild. Like, it's the middle of a pandemic. I have COVID. My entire family has COVID. I have people in the hospital, and literally, you're calling to bitch me out because I missed an appointment that I canceled 3 weeks ago? Okay, why don't you check your phone logs, because it shows that I called and canceled an appointment. But yeah, I can't wait to switch doctors. Lord help me. Jesus, COVID, please end so I can switch doctors easily. Because switching doctors is not fucking easy. A, on my insurance, and B, during a pandemic. And C, when I need, like, a resource center to help me find a doctor that will help me with the stuff I need help with. Because I can't just go to any doctor. So, let's see. Our current goal, add one more level 2 ooblet. Do I have a level 2 on me? Let's see. Damn, New York has a really good site. It's kind of pre-screens and provides a list of requirements frontline workers, then people with medical exceptions, and spells out the conditions that qualify, then gives you a list of locations across the entire state, auto-sorted to closest first with available appointments, and you just schedule an appointment. Just check, like, local CVS and Walgreens to see if they do have random. Yeah, I mean, I could check. And it's tricky because, like, they're talking about, oh, only certain types of stores have them in certain areas. And, like, if they're talking about, oh, you need to go to Walmart, like, I can't walk or ride my bike to the closest Walmart. I don't, like, it's not in my city. So, it's not even like, oh, then I have to get on a bus, which I won't even get into our public transport system here. Our public transport system might as well not exist. It is not, it makes no sense. It's not reliable. It doesn't even run frequently enough for it to be useful. Or I can call an Uber and get into a car with a stranger who's been exposed to many other strangers. Like, Uber here is also a hot fucking mess. It's just a whole layered mess. Because it's like, okay, CVS is nearby. I could walk to CVS if CVS were to, you know, have vaccination and appointments or whatever. But I also, like, I live in such a fucking shithole. Like, I also don't even trust half these fucking people. Like, here's some strawberry jam we put in a fucking syringe and stuck it in your fucking arm. Here you go. Here's your vaccine. Anyways, I need to stop ranting. It's been a bad fucking week. It's been a bad week, and I'm fucking over everything at this point. Woo boy. I'm switching doctors in April. The practice sent you links. I sent you links to is really good, and a few days after we talked, I finally called to get a new patient appointment. Nice. Yeah, like, I need to, technically, I think I have to have, like, a Ooblets and Rants. Yeah, not Ooblets and Chill, Ooblets and Rants. I think technically, for most places, I would have to get an in-person physical, which obviously right now is a whole hot mess, but the problem is that I don't have a car or a driver's license right now because I didn't go to the DMV in 2020 to renew my technically not a license permit. And not that I drive anyways because I gave my car to somebody, but I wasn't going to go sit in a DMV to get my ID to not leave my house for a year, so I let it expire. So I don't even have, like, an ID that's active right now. So it's a whole bunch of problems. I really need to go through the court system to change my ID information, but I need an active ID to do that. It's like a whole circle jerk, and it all costs a lot of money, and I don't have any of that money, so it's really bad. And then I try to talk to the resource center, and they don't answer you because they're overwhelmed, and they're all working from home and shit, which I understand. But it's like, you send an email to somebody for something, and like 8 months later, you still haven't heard back, and it's like, cool, I guess I'm just gonna die in my bedroom. That's cool. So, it's just been really a fucking shitty circle. Like, COVID's bad all around, like, don't get me wrong. Like, having it is shit. People dying from it is shit. The handling of it government-wise is shit. There's not been a single fucking good thing to come from it. It's made people more hateful. It's made people more stupid. I'm just, like, as somebody who was already very, very, like, anti-people in the first place, this really just proved all of my points to myself of how much I dislike most people. Not everybody, because obviously I have friends that I like and people that I do like, but I would say the majority of America I do not like, and I would not want to be friends with or communicate with or be in a car with or trapped in a room with. I've had my fill, even pre-COVID, of people being really directly fucking horrible to me as total strangers on the street. It's like, no thanks, I'm good. I would be happy to never see another fucking person ever the fuck again, honestly. I want to move out of this house, which I can't afford to do. I want to get the far the fuck away from people and never see anyone, like, ever the fuck again. And that's, like, it. That's where I'm at in my life. I am beyond done. Like, if I could afford to do any of the shit I need to do, that would be so great. But I literally can't even afford to pay fucking rent on a bedroom. I live out of a bedroom that I rent, and I can't even afford to pay for that. So, who the fuck is moving? Who the fuck is paying for surgery? Who the fuck is paying for groceries? Not me, because credit cards. Credit cards is where it's going to be at for 2021. And thankfully, I have quite a few credit cards, and I've been debt-free my entire life. Even through college, when I paid my way through college, I never had college debt. I paid my way through. Gemma, I'm going to come out there, and I'm going to throw you into the sun. Gemma's been real fucking ornery lately, and I'm not a fan of it. I don't know what her deal is, but she's been... At 3 a.m., she does the same thing. She just barks in your fucking face at 3 a.m. Non-stop. Like, not even just like, hey, I need to pee. Like, it's just like, I'm just gonna start barking now and drive you insane. But yeah, I don't really know, and I'm not really looking forward to the rest of this year. I know a lot of people are like, oh, you know, 2020's over, and we have a COVID vaccine now, and Trump is out, and whatever the fuck else, you know, shit people are using as excuses to, like, be happy about this year. And meanwhile, I'm just like, well, I'm totally out of my life savings, and I have no job, and I have no income, and I have many big things I need to pay for that like aren't even like really to something I would want to pay for, but I need to, but I can't, and I'm just gonna have a bunch of credit card debt for the rest of my life. That's just gonna keep accruing. So that's like a fun circle to look forward to, right? Can't I sign this via this menu? Okay. Let's give somebody an ice cream pop. Let's give grumpy ass Clicky Claws an ice cream pop. I mean, don't get me wrong, plenty of people have like invited me to crash, but also like during COVID, like especially given how much I've been exposed and had it, like between my dog that I can't take fucking anywheres, I can't travel with my fucking dog, I can't afford to fucking go anywheres, and even if I could go somewheres, like I still need to like set up so much fucking shit wherever I were to move. It's not even like something I can easily just like accept an offer, because I've had multiple people kindly offer place for me, whether it be couch space or roommate space or whatever, but with unless my dog dies, that kind of is an anchor, sadly, and then my legal shit's kind of an anchor, sadly, my money shit's an anchor. It's just all around bad. Let's see. But I learned the hard way that a 500 square foot is a bad time for 2 adults. I mean, yeah, I guess it depends. I mean, we talked about your roommate situation previously. Did I just hit the wrong thing? Did I fucking... God damn it. Oh, I give up. I didn't mean to do that, but whatever. Here, have a fucking ice cream and a monocle. And shut the hell up and leave me alone. And then... What do we got here? Do I have another monocle? Oh my god. It's so cute. Nope. Oh my god. Is this Griffin McElroy the Ooblet? Oh my god, look at his little mouth open. Oh. Look at the little fucking dumbass ooh face. Okay, that is the cutest shit I have ever seen. Yeah, I mean, small apartments with multiple people and animals and stuff gets rough quick. I mean, this is the cutest. Look at his little face. I love it. I hate the algorithm that YouTube uses to capture what your automated thumbnail is. It never picks something that makes any sense. It always picks like the ugliest frame of a 3-hour video. It doesn't even make sense how it's generated. Like, I don't know if it's generated via visible things or via text or via like contrast and colors. I have no idea, but it always picks the most awful thing, and I'm like, if I let it sit on the screen for like 10 minutes, will it make this the fucking thumbnail? Because I hate having to go through a video, scrub through a video to find a moment, and then make a fucking screen capture. And because Ooblets doesn't like me fucking window, I can't fucking screen cap it without like going out of the game, which is dumb. Today's a salty day. What can I say? Life sucks and I'm fucking over it. Looks like a fucking like a Bond villain. Okay. We have like nobody in our... Wait. Come here, little bitch. Okay. We need to continue our leveling up of people. We have like nobody in our party right now, which is not good. Can't level people up if we ain't got nobody in the party. Oh my god, so I've had this eye twitch for literally like a week now. Non-stop, like just it twitches. Like, you ever have an eye twitch that's so hard that like your vision shakes? Like, not even just that your eyelid is twitching, but like your actual eyeball is like being contracted into your skull via your eyelid movement. So like I've had this severe eye twitch, which is also not helping my sanity. But now like my left arm muscle is twitching, and I'm like, I'm just gonna fucking scream at this point. Like, I can't. I'm so out of spoons. It's not even fucking funny. And I just don't even know what to do, because what's gonna end up happening, and I'm already gonna call it now, I'm gonna go to the fucking accountant next week, and they're gonna be like, well, you made such little money that you need to shut down your corporate status, which then makes me filing my taxes tricky, because I'm no longer a company making money, I'm an individual making money, and then you lose basically all of the things that can give you a tax return of any form, even if you're not making a lot of money. So I'm about to be pretty fucked, and I'm not the happiest of campers. Not even gonna pretend. Not even going to pretend. So yeah, I hate to like rant on fucking stream, but I'm I'm at a pretty rough patch of the year, I would say. I mean, beginning of the year is always kind of shitty, COVID or not. But I'm really not doing well mental health-wise, and I'm really not doing good financially. Not that I've been doing good financially. And it's not even that, like, I'm spending a lot of money. Like, if you look at my bills, like, literally this past month's bills where I paid for medicine, I paid for, like, $20 worth of groceries, and I paid for, like, my basic, like, my insurance, my health insurance. I mean, that was pretty much it. I think I bought food, like, once. Like, it's not like I'm out there spending big dollars on junk or something. Like, I'm not a shopaholic or something. I'm not doing retail therapy. I just have no fucking money left, so it just sucks. And all of the jobs that I'm applying to are of no help. I'd still need to apply to the thing you sent me, Cap, because I've been applying to some other stuff, but I need to check that out. Because even though I doubt that I will get it, or doubt that it would be even a remotely long-term thing, like, I'm desperate. But what sucks is everything here has just been open, like, all of 2020 and all of 2021. Like, nothing here ever closed. So, like, when you go to a restaurant, it's just packed. Like, there is no social distance, there is no masks, there is no nothing. It's just people out there living their lives. And that's like, yes, I could theoretically go get a job like that, working at, like, a restaurant or something. But I also don't want to be surrounded by 10,000 people a day within 3 feet of my personal space. So, especially people who don't believe in science or the virus. And I know are not getting the vaccine, because if my ass can't get the vaccine, I know they're fucking not getting the vaccine. So, I don't want to be fucking sick again in 2 months, because I already feel like shit now. I don't want to feel like shit again. We need to pick up, like, one more person, I think, right? Who do we got in here? Let's take Kingwa. Do we have a Kingwa in our party? I don't think so. Anyways, I'm gonna shut up. We have 2 clicky claws. Are we have anyone who needs to be put away? Ooh, pardon me. Where's my cursor? My cursor's just disappeared from the face of the earth. Hello? Okay. There we go. Everyone's level 2. Okay. Because we're trying to level up everyone to 3. So, we'll go do some more of that. I'm just so exhausted. I'm so exhausted, and I'm not a fan of anything anymore, and I'm just ready for everything to be over, and by everything, I mean existence. And it's like, I don't even know where to begin. Like, I always have, like, infinite things to do. Like, I have infinite jobs to apply to. I have infinite, shit to edit. I have an infinite shit to post or to upload, or I'm working on language stuff, or I'm going through my emails, or I'm trying to, like, reach out to people for stuff. And it's like, I need to fucking deal with my doctor. I need to deal with my fucking stupid insurance. I need to deal with court. And it's like, during COVID, like, everyone else is out and about doing their shit, but, like, I don't want to be out and about doing any shit. I just want to be fucking safe. Hopefully this vaccine thing will work out sooner than later, and that would open up other things slightly more in a safer way. Yeah, that's the problem, is, like, here no one cares about safe. Everyone's just like, I'm gonna go to the beach. I'm gonna go to Disney World. I'm gonna go to the restaurant. I'm gonna go... Man, I made the mistake of going for coffee on a Tuesday night, and I didn't even think about it, because I'm like, to me, that means nothing. Like, it's a Tuesday night. And literally a packed crowd, and I mean crowd, outside... My game just crashed. That's cool. A packed crowd outside of the taco place that was next to the coffee place. And it's like, oh my god, I had such a panic attack just seeing the crowd, and I didn't even go near it, but I was like, it's just like seeing, like, Pigpen from Peanuts, where he has, like, the cloud of dirt around him. That's, like, what I see when I leave my house. Sorry, I just got a text from one of my Texas people. I gotta make sure they were okay. Thankfully it was good news, but not gonna go into that. Not my business. But I like hearing good news from Texas, at least. That's good. At least somebody's got some good news going on. But yeah, I would like people to believe in the vaccine, because there's another problem here of, so like where I live, it's a really, so not only do we have a lot of old people, but our minority population is really, really high. And not that that's a bad thing, but the problem statistically so far here has been that basically way, like a super low percentile of the minority population locally is getting vaccinated or interested in getting vaccinated. And again, I don't, from one standpoint, I understand that mentality and I don't blame them, because if you look at the history of government pushed experimentation and medical abuse on the black community, don't blame them for being a little, wary of a very fast pushed out vaccine. But the problem is that you're a huge part of our local population and you are leaving your house. Now, if you want to sit in your house for another year and not be around anyone, that's one thing. But you're all leaving, everyone's leaving their houses and going out, not wearing masks, and going to the Super Bowl and going to sporting events and taking their kids to school and, just going to the beach and to the movie theater and to the mall. And it's like, okay, if you want to live your life, then you should have to get the vaccine. I don't care who you are. Like, if it's not costing you anything and it is free, and you're a huge part of the population density down here, like, you need to be vaccinated. And it's like, while I understand the mentality, and like they even did like a whole thing on it on our local news, like they did a whole background study of like, all of the history of medical abuse on the, on people of color in America. And yes, I'm aware of this. We learned about it in university and high school and stuff, and it's fucking horrible. And we won't get into that in detail here because it's not the place for it, but you can always Google it if you don't know about it for some reason. But sadly, it's like very much still a thing, and so people are like, well, I'm not fucking going getting this weird random, shot that they're claiming is a vaccine, because it could be literally anything. And it's like, it's another tough fucking societal situation, because it's like, I wish everyone would just, I wish the vaccine helps, and I wish the vaccine would help everyone. So that's also another issue, at least locally, is like, it'd be one thing if everyone was rushing to get the vaccine, but I live in a place that, even though I live in a blue county, a lot of people just don't believe in science and masks. And it's funny because like whenever I go out, like I see all the anti-maskers, I see all the people yelling at people who are wearing masks. I've been yelled at for wearing a mask. All this shit. You see people like getting into fights and shit, or people just not believing it. And it's like, my dude, like, it's been over a year. Like, if you don't believe it at this point, like, you have fucking problems of a different kind. Like, I don't get it. Like, you would think, like, oh, if it's, well, you get the flu vaccine, right? Like, I mean, you don't know what's in that either. You're not a scientist. You're not a pharmacist. You're not a chemist. What's in the flu vaccine? Like, any motherfucker on the street, tell me what is in the flu vaccine, please. Like, this is what I don't get. It's like, oh, well, I don't know what's in it. Well, you don't know what's in fucking shit. You don't know what's in Tylenol. Like, come on now. You don't even know what's in most processed food you eat. What's in that McDonald's hamburger? Like, I can't, man. Like, I hate living here. This place is such a shithole. And it's everybody. It's the old people who don't care. Like, during the height of the pandemic, like, during the worst parts of it, whenever I went to the pharmacy to pick up my medicine, I would have to pass by this one diner, and there was just old people just maskless hanging out at the diner, just clumps of old people just chilling, just eating breakfast and brunch or whatever. And it's like out in the open, mind you, like outside. And it's like, but you're on a walkway of like where the main grocery store in town is. If you've ever eaten a hot dog, then you can't bitch about we don't know what's in the vac. Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, you don't know what's in shampoo you rub into your head every day. Like, come on, man. Like, I get that, like, yeah, it's very fast turnaround for a vaccine, but also, COVID was first, like, formally found in 2019. It's really not as fast as people are. I mean, yes, it's fast, but also, like, this isn't 1800s. We have science and computers and doctors around the world and the internet and books, and, it's different than, like, when the flu was first a thing or something, or when the plague was a thing. Like, you can diagnose people with, like, a 30-minute test. Like, there's so much advancement in science and medicine and shit, and it's like, if you're not a doctor or a professional in that field, like, of medications or vaccines or even pharmacy, like, shut the hell up. Just shut the hell up. Like, nobody cares what you have to say. Just, like, I'm not going to claim to know what's in it. I don't know what's in it. I'm not a doctor. I didn't invent the vaccine. I don't work at the company making the vaccine. It could be fucking spit and asbestos for all I know. I don't care. If it works, that's all I care about. Now, if it doesn't work, that's a whole separate situation. But again, if they're not charging you $1,000 a shot, then shut the hell up and take the shot. It's like, shit, some of us are trying to get the shot, and it's like, we can't get it. Like, be thankful they're even offering it to you. Because it's like, I have a lot of elderly neighbors. I live in a neighborhood with mostly older people. And it's like, and they've just been out living their lives all year, and it's like wild to me. Like, to see them, like, out going to the grocery store, going to get their hair done, get the nail salon, and it's like, I get some people want to die, but it's like, you don't want to die this way, man. Like, this is not a fun, easy, fast, painless way to die. This is a miserable, suffering death you're asking for. And also to be alone, because nobody will be able to visit you. So, it's like, I don't get it. It's been a whole thing, like, I really... Living in a place like this, like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I don't think any place really in America handled it well, but this place has, they didn't even attempt. There was not a single attempt made the entire year and a half. Let's see, earn 20 points after, ooh, don't mind if I do. Alright, I'm gonna shut up because I already know I said I was gonna shut up earlier, but I'm gonna shut the fuck up because, ooh, like, I am so fucking just over everything. This place sucks so much. Like, if I could safely pick up my shit, pick up my dog, and go somewheres, and be safe COVID-wise, be safe, like, just physically, my dog, you know, have care, and me have the care that I need, like, the regular care that I need, like, I would be gone today. But at present, I don't really have that option, and moving with my dog is, like, a whole fucking other bullshit nonsense. And like, even before COVID, when I was apartment hunting, like, finding a place that will allow certain types of dogs because they discriminate on breed, like, you wouldn't think that Boston Terriers are actually heavily discriminated against, but they're up there with pit bulls with being the most discriminated against dogs in terms of landlords. So even though she's like 13 years old and has had a stroke and can't even, like, she doesn't even bark, she literally just, like, sleeps, scratches the door, and, like, eats. That's about it. She doesn't do much. She's not very active. She's old. I mean, she's in good shape, but she's old. She's had a stroke, so she's, like, a lost, confused dog. And it's not like she's ever attacked anyone in her life, even when she was young. Like, nope, can't take her most places because people think she's related to pit bulls, and pit bulls are evil. So, y'all know that's obviously nonsense, but even pre-COVID, it was really hard to find a place that I could take my dog, and I can't leave my dog behind, so, you know, it's part of the package. It's just like if you move to a place that doesn't allow children. You can't leave your children behind. You can't just leave your kids at the old house and move out. Like, so, I can't leave my dog and just move. Now, if she were to get worse in her health and, like, you know, die, then that's one thing, but that has not happened yet. And as much as I don't want it to happen, it does make things tricky. And then, like, my medical shit makes things tricky because I can't just, like April has, you know, generously offered for me to, like, crash with her or whatever, even temporarily, and it's like, but I'm technically supposed to go to the fucking doctor every 3 months, and if I don't have access to a doctor locally, I don't really know what I'm gonna do, because my doctor's an asshole, and probably would not continue to help me if I moved, honestly. I'm pretty sure if I moved, my doctor would stop seeing me. And my insurance, I can't just go to any doctor. I have to, like, go through this whole hoops and ladders, dog and pony show to even be approved to see a doctor. It's a whole fucking mess, to put it nicely. Let's see. Gain a beat, still 3 points. Gain 2 points every time it's played. Sure, why not? But yeah, I'm just like, I'm at, like, the weird point of being, like, super anxious basically all of the time. Like, I haven't really been sleeping. The few times I have, like, slept any, like, even a short amount, like, it's all just, like, super anxious and, like, nightmare-y and terrible and restless, and does not help the whole me feeling like shit part. So, it's like the never-ending circle of, like, well, if I rest, I'll feel better, But I have to feel better to rest. None of that is happening. And then it's like, oh, well, if I ate better, I'd feel better. You just exploded a bunch of soap. Oh no, are you okay? Never a dull moment in the soap shop. As long as you're okay, the soap is second banana. Oh, thank you for the beats, Cap. At least this time I heard them. I don't know why last week I couldn't hear my alerts, even though I never touched the settings. But at least I know I can hear stuff now. Hopefully April is not on her way to the hospital covered in lye. Oh, I can't. My microphone is right in the way of where their team's points are, so I'm like, do they have any points? Because I can't see them. Okay, you're fine. Rest in peace, microwave, though. Oh, no. Rest in peace, microwave. That's not good. I mean, better the microwave than you, though. How the hell did you explode a bunch of soap? How did it destroy your microwave? What the hell's happening over there? Also, I will say that we are trying to help, trying to get April streaming. Don't know if her connection's good enough for it, but we're gonna troubleshoot the hell out of it. She did a little bit of experimentation. I showed her around OBS a little bit. So, she might be streaming soon. She might be streaming some soap action. Which would be cool. Soapy streams. Yeah, soapy streams. As long as there's no explosions, though, people probably would find that vastly entertaining on the internet. Especially on Twitch. If shit blew up on Twitch, like literally blew up, I think that would be a pretty big audience. Watch my soap explode. She gets 1 million subs. You bastards. Give me back my points. Yeah, soapy streams if I can figure it out. Yeah. I think you'll either need to hook into the Ethernet like we had talked about or something, because only one of your, like, 6 test streams even showed up live on Twitch, so... Definitely a connection issue of some variety. Let's see. But that is not a problem for now. That is a problem for future. We'll figure it out. I have an idea for a coffee video that I want to put out. Preferably, I want to say in the next 2 weeks. I'll give a wide window since next week is going to be hectic with tax appointment and tax prep because I am procrastinating on that. But I have an idea for a coffee video that's not a video game thing, and I don't know. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I need to figure out a color scheme, and I keep looking at a bunch of things for inspiration, but I haven't made a decision, and it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know if I'll know what I want to do until I just do it, if that makes sense. It's a painting thing, but it's a specific painting thing, but I don't want to do it on Twitch. I don't think. I think I want to do it on Coffee as, like, a bonus thing. But I have a camera set up like that. Even though I don't use face cam on my gaming streams, I do actually have a HD digital camcorder set up with Elgato Cam Link for my face cams that I don't use. And of course people are like, why the fuck do you have that elaborate setup? Because it's like a $2,000 camera. I didn't just buy it, so if it, looping back to the money thing, I've had this camera for years. It's not new. But I do have a camera for it, specifically for using video. Because my DSLR is so old that it doesn't really support streaming video. It only supports like short-term video, like 10 minutes at a time or something. And there's no real way for me to use that, I don't think, for stream or for coffee. Like, I'd literally have to edit together a bunch of little individual chunks, which, not fun. But I have an idea, and it'll come out hopefully before mid-March. I don't know the color scheme, though, so I'm trying to figure out a good color scheme for it. Because I I can't really redo it once I do it once. It's a one-time shot kind of thing. So it's not like a canvas or something. But I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. And there's so many. There's obviously infinite options. Color is infinite. I just don't know. I don't know what color scheme I want to do. I'm thinking I might do like a stony gray and like a mossy green, and then maybe actually attach some physical like fake moss to it. And I'm not gonna say any more than that. Like, that's my current leading thought, but there's so many different versions in my head, and like I've been saving images on my hard drive that are like inspiration for different types of things, but I have so many very drastically different ideas. I'm like, I don't even know. But I think if you were here at the beginning of the stream, you saw that I have a stinger finally on my stream, which I haven't had up until now. That took a little bit of troubleshooting because of the lag, but because it's 30 frames and not 60 because it's old. But I'm looking at getting a overlay and some animated in-between screens done. And I talked to somebody who made a set that I really liked, like a pre-made set. And I really liked them, but she offered them in different color schemes. And the main one that she made was like all kind of pink, which pink is cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not quite my brand or my aesthetic, personally. I don't mind it, but it's not my overall... I didn't know that this was a wall just now, and I was like, why can't I walk through this bush? But so I talked to her, and she's going to make another color that I'm more interested in. So I might have like matching screens then that are more cool and interesting than my boring text screens that I currently use. Because like, yeah, I have music, and I can always put music over the other stuff too, but having animated screens that are kind of on a theme would be kind of cool. So I don't know when she's going to be done doing that. She did say it's like in the works, but it's animation, so, you know, I don't expect it to be quick. But that's another little tease of something to look forward to, is that we might have new loading screens and in-between screens and an overlay at some point. So that's some good news. Yeah, I don't know. Lots of stuff going on. I'm trying to figure out things to do, but I'm also trying to figure out like how to do them. Like, ideally, I think I would need a horizontal armbar attachment for my tripod, because I have an ancient like retro tripod that weighs like 20 pounds. It's like solid metal. It literally could kill someone if you hit them with it. So I have a tripod, obviously, as a person who, you know, majored in photography and stuff, but I'd never had a use for a horizontal armbar attachment for a tripod before, because I never filmed like YouTube videos or Instagram videos or any of that kind of stuff. So that's a thing that I might need to look into in the future, in the near future. Like, I don't want to drop money on the stream more than I need to, but I swear I just saw something flicker on my OBS, but I don't know what. Doesn't say anything. Okay. Thought I saw something move, but maybe it was something else. But yeah, so if anything, I would need to get a horizontal armbar to mount my camera to, so that I could do like that classic overhead view, because otherwise you guys are gonna get janky tilted camera on tripod angle, which we'll have to do for now, but eventually I will need a overhead mount for my camera, or to bootleg make one and hope my camera doesn't fall and break, because I definitely can't afford to replace my camera at all, and I do not want to have to crowdfund replacing any of my cameras, because my camera is old as dirt. My main camera that I actually shoot with, like whenever you guys see photos from me, it's probably or on my website or whatever. Oop, I thought I just heard another gem. No? Okay. I swear I just heard one. Like, that's on a pretty old camera. I really haven't updated my main cameras in, like, basically since college, which is quite a while now. Like, I think I shoot, my main camera is a, I want to say a Nikon D 3300 or 3000, one of the two. Either way, old as dirt. Did I mute game audio? It shouldn't be muted. Huh. Hold on. No, do not switch. Why is it not showing any audio? Okay. Oh, like how my phone fell off the bag of steel-cut oats 3 times. Can you hear the game audio now? I mean, I hear the game audio, and I didn't touch anything. Hold on. I'm not going to do anything until we make sure this is okay. Let me know if you can hear the game audio or not. You can hear her. Okay, I'm just going to turn up the game audio a little bit then, because... Okay, let's try that. You know what's weird is I think in the latest update there's been a glitch, because every now and then the music gets really quiet in the game. Like, even for me, like, the music is there, but it's quiet. And then the sound effects are louder. But I haven't touched the game, like, the settings on OBS or the settings on the game. Why is it, like, not registering the game audio? What the fuck? Hold on. I'm gonna fuck with this for a minute. Settings. That's so fucking weird. Okay, so just now on OBS. Yeah, I heard that, the freezer noise, but the music is missing. Can you hear the music now? So something strange just happened on my end. So as I came into the menu to fuck with the music volume, on OBS, it went from being like the tiniest amount of sound to like detecting the music. I don't know why that would change. I haven't changed any of the settings. I think the music's been very glitchy since the latest update. Like, I go to certain places and like the audio gets super quiet. Tired. Ugh. Probably should have gone to bed. Oops. So you guys doing anything of excitement tonight? Or are you just chilling? Obviously April's blowing up soap in her microwave, but aside from that excitement. Cap, you doing anything exciting? You streaming later, or are you just chilling? Ooh, you gonna be tired tomorrow, which is like barely a threat when you can chug coffee. Yeah. I want to stream in the evenings at some point. Yeah. That is the dream, right? To be able to, yeah, you'll be too groggy. No shit. I didn't go to bed until like 2 hours ago. Yeah, I would love to be able to just stream in like the late afternoon to evenings. It's just not my schedule in this house, sadly. So, live the dream. Marcy has power back, so there will be Phasmo times tonight, probably. Nice. Hopefully you guys have some fun with that. I've still never played that. I don't know that I would be good at it. I think I would be really, really bad at it, honestly. Which I think is part of why I haven't even attempted. I'm like, I would just suck, and then everyone would be mad because I suck. And I don't want to like be in a multiplayer game where like you actually theoretically need to either like be good at it or not be totally incompetent. And I'm like, that's not quite my brand. I like it a lot more than expected. I thought I'd hate it. I mean, I always, like, I see videos of people playing it, and I'm like, it looks funny, right? Like, I mean, obviously, I know that they updated it recently, and I haven't watched any play of it since the update. But supposedly it's either harder or scarier now, or something. I don't know. Or there's, like, new monsters, or ghosts, or whatever you want to call them. I don't really know too much about the game beyond what I've seen. I just feel like I'd be so bad at it. And I'm like, I don't want to be that person that's, like, dragging the team down. If it's funny, then, you know. No, it's not skill-based at all. It's fun and cooperative. Yeah. And then I have the issue of, like, I'd probably want to stream it, and I'm like, will my stream handle that? Because my stream can't handle Fall Guys, which is weird to me. Because it's like, I play the game perfectly fine with no lag. Like, when I'm plugged into the Ethernet, I have no issue. But I can't stream it for some reason. Like, it's too much at once. My computer just goes, nope, fuck this. Or not even my computer, but my internet connection, because it's not my computer. It's my internet. I was terrible at first, but playing with other folks who are more experienced works fine. Well, somebody's got to carry the dead weight. Everybody can't suck, or everyone just dies. Which, I mean, I guess is a different level of entertainment, but... These weeds out of here. Look at this orbit I've got. Yeah. Most of the time you're not supposed to go alone anyways. Yeah, I've watched some streams of, like, the really hard, like, the expert or professional levels or whatever it's called. And boy, man, that shit seems crazy at some points. But then again, I'm also, like, the person who, like, even though I know how to use a computer and know how to play a basic video game, like, I'm like, how do I use Discord? How do I set up a voice chat? How do I mute myself? How do I don't know how to use Discord. Like, I only just started learning Discord because of COVID. Like, I've had a Discord account for years, and I've literally never used it. It wasn't even installed on my phone. Like, until COVID, and then I was like, I'm deleting Twitter, so if you want to talk to me, get Discord. Because I couldn't stand being on Twitter anymore. Ugh, for real. Yeah. So, if I learn how to, like, actually use Discord like an adult, then that would probably help with, you know, gaming cooperatively. Especially with something like that. Like, I know there's in-game talking where you have, like, the walkie-talkies or whatever, right? But, outside of that, I'm sure Discord comes in handy. Just, like, choke to death on nothing. I died how I lived, choking on nothing. Okay. Ooh, another weed. Get out of here, weed. Discord was still, what the fuck is this? Ugh, I love these good little rad lads. Ooh, there's a thingamajiggy up here. Let me get that thingamajiggy. I'm so tired. Oh no. Seashell. Seashell. What do these guys need? Food piss on. We'll see who else is around before we battle you, I guess. Pick up some seashells. Yeah. Discord is one of the apps that makes me feel like an old person, even though it's, like, meant for gamers, and it was, like, originally made for gaming, specifically. And I'm just like, what does this button do? Discord, and I mean, I guess to some degree, well, like, I've never been on TikTok, so I can't say if TikTok makes me feel old. The concept of TikTok makes me feel old, but I think it's not even the concept of, like, the platform. Like, I get the platform because it's just like any other, like, quick video sharing medium that's existed over the years, which there's been plenty. But it's just, like, it seems to be, like, have a different type of audience, if that makes sense. Like, the only people I know who really use TikTok regularly, like, are, like, on TikTok, are, like, children, like, young people, like, maybe up to teenagers, I would say, and then, like, creepy older people who shouldn't be on TikTok. And I know I've talked about this on stream before, but that is totally the vibe I always get. And it's like, everyone's always like, oh, do you have a TikTok? And it's like, well, it's for two reasons. No. One, I wouldn't be making any kind of videos because I'm not that kind of person. I've never made, like, Instagram videos or Vine or anything like that. Like, I watched Vines, and, like, I've watched video on Instagram occasionally when I'm on, which I use super rarely, which is why I never boost it anywhere, is because I don't actually use it as an app. I check it, like, once a month, and I just cruise, like, either Animal Crossing designs or just, like, cute art or stuff like that, or, like, other makers and things. But it's, like, I don't post, so I don't ever share mine, because it's not active, so why would I share it? I would like it to be active. It's one of my 2021 things is to get back on posting on Instagram regularly, even if it's automated, which it probably will be. Spoiler alert. But it's like, yeah, man, like, TikTok is like, it's just like a whole different audience. Like, I do see some people use it for really, really cool stuff, but I'm like, you don't make money off of it. So I'm like, I don't like investing full-time amounts of labor into costume design and editing and lighting. And I mean, I see people who do like full scripted like universes and musicals, and I'm like, but you're not getting paid for any of this unless you have a sponsor or something, which usually most people don't. And I'm like, if you're doing it for fun, that's a lot of time to sink into a hobby. That's, I mean, basically, aside from maybe teaching you some, like, film-related skills, but in that short of an amount of content, like, it's not like even producing for YouTube where it's longer content, or for stream where it's live content. Like, there's not a lot of platforms you can take, like, short-form video to that is a job, like, in your future. But I'm like, hey, if you're having fun and you're not a pedophile, go for it. But there are a lot of very viral abusers and pedophiles on fucking TikTok, so I don't even want to make an account. I'm like, nope, I'm good. I don't need to be the 33-year-old on fucking TikTok. I look at my brother who's 4 years older than me and uses TikTok like religiously, and I'm just like, stop. Like, just stop. You should not be there. I have officially used my Instagram stories like twice, and I feel like such a dweeb. I mean, to be fair, like, it's a good thing to use if you're, like, a company or a small brand or an artist. Like, I get why people use it, because, I mean, basically anyone I follow uses them. I'm, like, the only person who doesn't, and I'm not saying it's bad to use them. I just don't currently, like, I don't have the spoons for it, and I also just don't feel like I have the need to at the moment. Now, maybe in the future, if I were to expand my shop, or if I was streaming regularly and I could schedule posts for, like, my social media, that'd be one thing. Let's see. Add 1 clomper to the Wildlands. Who do I have in my party? I don't even know anymore. Add an oob. I do have a clomper. Let's throw him in there for a moment. Ooh, the audio just like glitched weird in my headphones. That was strange. Alright. We done it! Okay. Let's pull clomper out. Anyways, this has been a weird stream. Did I push the button? Okay, I did. I wasn't sure if I pushed the button. Yeah, it's been a weird stream. Sorry, I'm in a weird mood. When I don't feel good and I'm tired and it's been a rough time lately, I'm just like, blah, blah, blah. Random shit no one cares about. Pedophiles on TikTok. Keep your kids off TikTok. Like, it's not safe. I see so many, like, big YouTubers, like, be like, hey, what's with this 40-year-old person on TikTok that, like, DMs all these 13-year-olds and duets with them in really creepy, disgusting, fetishy ways, and, like, I just see it pop up so often. I'm like, nope, not a platform for me, my dude, not a platform for me. I'm good. I know there's creepers everywhere, but it seems to be very prevalent on TikTok, I will say. What am I doing? What am I doing? I don't even know anymore. Fucking Hermble seed. Nobody wants you, Hermble. But I want to level up some of the squads, so we will deal with it. Let's throw in a... Oh, I should have looked at what kind of battle it was. I didn't look. Oops. Normal. Okay. Gain a height. I still need to figure out what I'm doing for dinner tonight, because that I never figured out. I made french fries for lunch, like frozen french fries that you stick in the oven. So that was healthy. I had cereal for breakfast because I was up relatively early. And then I've eaten candy all day, because that's kind of how I live my life. I just eat candy. Super healthy. Probably not helping any of my numerous problems, but that be life. So I gotta figure out what the hell I'm gonna eat after stream. Next thing to do on my to-do list. That and laundry. Laundry that needs to get finished. Let's see. Add a fluster. Boop, boop, boop. Boop, 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 boop. I think Christian said he was gonna stream tonight at like maybe 7. I think that's what he said. I don't really remember. I know he asked me so that our streams wouldn't interrupt each other, but I was like, just stream whenever you want to stream, dude, because I don't have a schedule, and I just hop on whenever I get the spoons, too. Like, I'm not the person to ask. I don't care if you stream at the same time as me. It doesn't bother me. It's not competition. But if he is online when we go to end, we will raid Christian. April already knows this because obviously April was there for it, but I used Zoom for the first time the other day when I was helping April with streaming questions. So that was fun. I'm the last person to that party. I used Zoom for the first time in 2021. I mean, I used to use like way back in the day, I used to use Skype all the fucking time because all my friends were long distance. And then I just got to a point where I couldn't stand my face being in front of a camera anymore, and I just stopped. So, like, even when I would video chat with people, my face would always be covered. Which is why you'll never see my face on this fucking stream. But I do want to, like, start using Zoom or whatever other platforms there are that I'm maybe not familiar with, because I don't look into such things that often. But I would like to start, like, actually talking to people more this year before I lose all of my sanity, because living in a place with, like, no local friends and no local, like, anyone to really talk to that isn't a massive shithead has really been fucking horrible. Because usually I go to Texas once a year, and then I talk to my Texas friends the rest of the year when I'm not in Texas. And obviously I didn't go to Texas in 2020 because everything got canceled, and it wasn't safe. And now everything's already been canceled preemptively for this year as well. So even if things get better with the vaccine and things do calm down and travel does become a thing again, A, I won't be able to afford it because I'm out of money. And B, all the events are canceled already, so... I have joked with April, and I probably said it on stream before, that I would love to figure out a way, whether on a live stream or just on a Zoom thing, to do a online Renaissance Festival. Because my ass is now missing so many Ren festivals that it's not funny between last year and this year and whatnot. And things before that, when there was just years I couldn't go because of work or being sick or stuff. So, like, my Ren Fair starts annually on Valentine's Day. So this past week would have been our first weekend of Ren Fair for the year. And of course, no Ren Fair. So... There's 2 Ren Fairs locally for me a year. There's one it starts in February and then runs like usually like 4 to 6 weeks, I think. And then the other one is like a mini in-between season Ren Fair, and it's at a different location, but it's also relatively close to me. And it's not in my city, but it's drivable distance. And it's literally always on the 2 weekends surrounding my birthday. So I have now missed multiple Ren Fairs, and I'm like, and my cons that I usually go to, and I am very, like, I need communication with other people. I hate talking on the phone because I'm, like, very fucking awkward, and obviously I get very rambly when I'm not feeling good, and I am never feeling good anymore. And I feel like talking to people on, like, a video chat, like, I can read the room a little bit better than on a phone call, where, like, somebody could set their phone down for 20 minutes and walk away and I would not know it, probably, if I was rambling like I am on stream. But, like, on stream, I can, like, look over and see, oh, somebody's put a message in chat. I can read the message. I can reply to the message. But, like, I can't see facial expressions or gestures or anything, or body language. And, like, obviously, if I'm being fucking too much or annoying, like, I can, 4 to 6 weeks. Holy shit, imagine me for a month in Ren Fair mode. Yeah, so our local Ren Fair starts usually around the weekend of Valentine's Day and then runs until usually the end of March. We have another Ren Fair that's about, I would say maybe four hours away, maybe, driving time. And it's even longer. It's like 2.5 months. And it's way better than ours, I won't lie. Like, ours used to be one of the top in the country, because it's really big. But then when the hurricane, we had a really big hurricane that wiped out the entire location. Like, there wasn't even grass left. There was dirt, and they put down, what's it called? Mulch. They put down, like, chunky mulch. So, like, you gotta imagine walking around barefoot or, like, in sandals or whatever. Because, mind you, it's hot here. So it's not like it's cold and you're, like, layered up. Or you are layered up, but you're sweating your ass off. If you're in garb. But, like, walking around in fucking mulch after all the grass got wiped out, it was so... all the trees were gone. There was no shade. So a lot of people didn't come back because it was too hot, and it was just so just horrible. Like, the whole location. It's thankfully, like, a lot of the stuff has been, you know, fixed up since then. But it's only been a few years, and it, you know, in that time of it kind of going downhill, like, we lost a lot of our biggest recurring performers in that time because we didn't have enough turnout to, like, pay people to come back, and they upped the price and all that shit. Yeah, our fairs, I haven't been in the last, I'd say, 3 years, just because of various issues that came up during the time. But before, it used to be fucking amazing. And then the fair on the other side of the state that's 4 hours away, they've got, like, a great fair. Like, they are top tier fair. I think they filmed a movie there. Like, that's a fair that, like, is famous in the fair circuit. I've only been to that one once, and that was when I lived in Orlando. Let's see. I once got pulled over for going 67 miles an hour in a 55 zone in full pirate getup because we were on our way to fair 2 days before my birthday too, so I didn't get a speeding ticket, but I got an obscured license plate ticket, which still cost $300. Oof. Give me a booth at that long-ass fair. Oh, I bet that was hilarious. Did he ask as why, or did he know that you were all dressed up? So, like, here, like, our main Ren Fair, like, there's literally, like, they have police actually, like, having to direct traffic off the main street because the cars are backed up so far to get into Ren Fair usually. It literally, every single weekend, and you can buy a season pass, which the season pass used to be cheap. I will say the last year I bought a season pass, which was a long time ago now, was like $55, and you could go infinite amounts of times to fair, and they gave you a card with your name stamped on it and an exclusive, like, enamel pin. And every year the pin and the card design changes, so you can, like, collect them. And it's like your flex that you're hardcore Rennie. But it was like $55. Now, mind you, it's like $20. And now it's more, I think, but it was like $20 a day to go. So it's $55 to go infinite amounts of time. If you went more than once, you already paid for your ticket. But yeah, it's not in my city. It's in a city that's drivable distance. But man, fucking Ren Fair. He was like, y'all going to the Ren Fair? And afterwards, I was like, I should have said no. Yeah, I have commuted in some weird fucking outfits in my life. I have gotten changed. If you've never been to a Ren Fair, if you've never gotten fully changed in the parking lot of Ren Fair, I don't know, man. Like, Ren Fair is my jam. Like, my family never went to Ren Fair when I was young. And then one year, I don't know what it was that made it happen. But, like, when my dad and my mom were still together, and I was still very young at this point, they were like, we're gonna go to Ren Fair this year. Fuck it. We'll go take the kids to Ren Fair. My brother hates fucking Ren Fair. He goes because his before girlfriend and now his wife like Ren Fair. The rest of his family likes Ren Fair. My brother doesn't like cosplay, doesn't like dressing up, but he's 6'4", and he's a big motherfucker. Like, he's built big. Like, he's not, like, narrow like I am. He's like literally like twice as big as me in every way. And so you know every motherfucking act and actor picks on him because he's not dressed up. He's in jeans and a t-shirt and sneakers, and he's fucking 6'4", and you know everyone with him is dressed up. So you know everyone picks on him. And then we got him to dress up in a shitty fucking pirate outfit one year with like a bad like $2 wig and like you know, but he didn't have shoes, and an actor picked on him for his shoes, and he's like, I can't fucking win. He's like, I fucking dressed up and still get made fun of, and it's like he has like no sense of humor about it. Like he takes it very seriously. So then my mom bought him like $300 Ren Fair boots, and I'm like, this bitch doesn't even like Ren Fair. Like, what are you doing? Because my brother wears a size 16 shoe. Like, Ren Fair boots in a size 16 ain't fucking cheap, my dude. Let's see, I've been offered employee discounts in the past because of my pirate outfit. Nice. I've had quite a number of Ren Fair characters over the year, because I very much consider myself a patron. I haven't, like, hardcore done it in a few years just because of, like, my main garb actually, like, I kind of can't wear now because I've, like, permanently hurt my foot, and it's not exactly the cheapest thing to replace, so I haven't been able to wear my main garb, but I have, very, very elaborate and very fucking expensive, fawn garb made by somebody who now makes costumes for fucking Lady Gaga. Like, a professional costume designer, and it is fully custom, like, it is one of a kind. Nobody has anything remotely close to it. And I used to go full out. I used to be a fawn bard, totally mute, and just, I would play drums or whatever instruments I had with me. And I had a friend who was a fairy, actor at the fair across state, and he used to be a professional fiddle player, and I would drum and he would fiddle, and, like, it was good times. And locally here, we used to have a group of women that used to be, like, the Ren Fairies, and that was, like, their branded name. And they used to do, like, kids' parties and Ren Fairs and everything. And they were regulars, like, staples at our local fair, and then they kind of retired. But, like, I always kind of was, like, the uninitiated member of their group back when they were a thing. I've had, like, a pirate fairy outfit that I made fishnet wings, which was, I had never seen done before, and I made fishnet wings. And I had, like, stuff caught in them and stuff, and that was, like, a part of my pirate fairy look. Man, I fucking love Ren Fair so much. So, like, our local Ren Fair is not super historical. They're very much more, like, every weekend there's a theme, and the themes get into fandoms and stuff like that. So, like, they're very open to, like, you can cosplay or wear whatever you want. And people do wear whatever the fuck they want. And lots of people don't dress up at all, obviously. But, like, I always liked combining themes, so, like, they used to do a steampunk weekend, but it wasn't really steampunk weekend. It was time travel weekend is what they called it. Well, you can't call a bitch time travel weekend. I showed the fuck up as Marty McFly with a fucking hoverboard and all. There used to be, like, comic book themed, like, superheroes and supervillains weekend, and I did a Ren Fair Wolverine for that. Like, a one-time costume. I made claws out of fucking cardboard. Like, not even a joke, and, like, wore, like, a pirate shirt, like, a frilly shirt and everything, and, like, boots and all that. And I was like, come on, like, you give me fun themes to work with, I'm gonna work with it. They've done Harry Potter theme, obviously, and, you know, you have your space themes, like, there's so many, like, they have Game of Thrones weekend now, of course, because Game of Thrones was big. I don't know. I miss Ren Fair. I want to a virtual Ren Fair, where we each have, like, either, like, booths where we're selling stuff, or, like, food, or, like, everyone's dressed up, or offering, like, a service, like how you have the people who do, like, the face paint, or, like, the ears, or whatever, or, like, I don't know. I think it would be cool. There's, a YouTube channel that I've watched for years called Happy Hobbit, and they did a virtual craft fair this past year for, like, every weekend. They did it once a week or something, or once every other week, and they literally did, like, almost like QVC, but virtual craft fair. And I was like, I want to do that, but Ren Fair. Like, I want to have a bunch of people who, like, either sell wares or do themed services that would, you know, even if they're artists or something, that offer themed things that people would be interested in. And, like, have, like, virtual Ren Fair. Or just have, like, virtual themed, like, Zoom hangouts where, like, it's like, okay, get on some cosplay or get on some garb or whatever. I don't know. I have lots of ideas and no spoons is the problem. Lots of ideas and no spoons. Ren Fair is one of the few things in life I think I actually genuinely, like, fucking love. Like, Disney World, Ren Fair, like places where I can like dress up, act dumb, not be judged, take cool photos, and eat delicious food. That's my jam. I think that's why I like traveling so much, because it kind of sums all those things up. I have like one, and like conventions, like the same thing. Like it all falls into that same party of like different things that I like all in one place. Lots of ideas and no spoons is why I have a Cricut maker that's been sitting in its box in the exact same spot as the day I brought it home for 2 years. Oh my god, whip that bitch open and just make yourself some stickers even. Like, you don't even have to make stuff to sell. Make something for yourself. Like, that sounds fun. I'm gonna make stickers. Nope, I'm not gonna do that. Oh man, you should definitely crack that open. You should set yourself like a deadline to open that and make something and literally do it. Like, we're gonna have a virtual con alley, and you're gonna bring stickers or something to the con alley. Like, I get that. Like, I also get like buying supplies for something and then like being like, I have so many ideas that I can't even start one, and it's like I get like also being overwhelmed by ideas or not having the spoons for it. But if I had that sort of deadline, I would. I mean, do I need to commission a sticker from you? Like, whatever helps. But like I get that. Like for like right after Christmas, there was a huge sale at Dick Blick and Utrecht, which are now the same place but different names. Which is an art supply shop. And if you buy any kind of art supplies, buy from Dick Blick or from Utrecht. You can buy online if you don't have one locally. They are way cheaper. They are basically student grade for professional quality stuff. And I have been using Utrecht since college because I had a professor turn me onto them, and I was like, oh my god, you're a lifesaver, because it is so fucking much cheaper than buying it like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Pearl Arts used to be a thing here. I don't know if that's a franchise or just a local place, but fucking Pearl was expensive as shit. Oh my god. You'd go literally broke buying 5 things there. But Utrecht had a huge sale after, like, around New Year's, and they were like doing their big clearance thing, and they put their mini canvases on like literally like 60% off or 50% off or something. And I bought like 56 mini canvases because they don't come individually, they come in packs. And I bought like 3 of each size, and I bought like half in black and half in white. And I was like, oh, well, I can do these little tiny, and I mean like tiny fucking paintings, like 2 inches by 3 inches or whatever, and then put them in the shop or do commissions for them and make them fairly cheap, because it cost me like nothing to buy them, and then I haven't started touching them yet. But I told myself, 2021, I have to paint all of them. That's the goal. I don't care if I do them all at once. I don't care if I do one a week. I have to paint all of those canvases this year. I already have all the paint, and I have brushes and everything else that's needed. I just needed the canvases. So, yeah. Let's see. I spent 3 days just before Christmas rendering a dumpster fire in Tinkercad, but I still haven't bothered to print it. 3D printer just sitting there collecting dust, too. That one actually got one use, at least. Printing stuff for Tricerebration 3. Yeah. Oh, man. 3D printer and a maker? You can fucking have a whole fucking business, side hustle going, shit. Like, or at least be making cool shit for yourself. Like, 3D printer, great for cosplay. Ooh. Even if you don't want to make like little knickknacks, like you can make so much cool cosplay shit with a 3D printer. Alright, who's at level what? What do we got? We got any level 1s left? No, we're all on level 2. Good. Okay, let's keep leveling up our level 2s. So unmotivated. Yeah, I mean, and I get it. It's definitely hard. It's just like streaming. Like, I had told April, like, I had get back to streaming on my to-do list long before COVID happened. It had been 6 years since I had last streamed on Twitch. I used to stream for charity. I mean, I never streamed for, like, income, but I streamed for charity back when I had a full-time job. And, I mean, I made money for charity. I made more money for charity back then, when I was doing it, like, once a year, than I do now doing it every, like, 4 days a week. Like, I used to make, like, thousands of dollars for charity from streaming. And I didn't even have, like, an audience. Like, I wasn't affiliate or partner or anything like that. I just had, like, I guess, better traffic, I guess. I don't know. I guess I was playing more popular games at the time. Like, Ooblets isn't exactly a traffic bringer, but I do like playing it, which is why I play it. But yeah, like, I had planned to come back to stream, and then when COVID started happening, I was like, oh, well, I should really start streaming, because I can't leave the house, and it'll give me something else to do, and then also I could possibly make money with it. And I didn't start streaming until August 31st. It took me the whole year to get to actually doing it. And then obviously, like, I had to troubleshoot a bunch of the bigger problems. But, like, I already had all the equipment. The only thing I had to buy was a new Ethernet cable. That was the only thing I had to buy for the stream since I've started streaming. You know, I have a computer. I have a TV that I use as a second monitor. I have a video game console and a computer, you know, that can run video games. And I have, you know, an old-ass dusty Xbox that I don't really use. I have PC games. There's plenty of free games out there. I have a microphone that I've had for a million years. I've had my tiny Stream Decks, and Stream Deck first was released because this was the first edition that they released. My camera, obviously, I've had for years, but wasn't bought for streaming. Like, it was just a matter of, like, getting motivated to do it and, like, jumping that initial hurdle of, like, well, what if I suck? Or what if I'm bad at it? Or what if I fuck it up? Or whatever. And it's like, who the fuck cares at this point? Like, the world is ending, and I am going down with the ship, and fuck it. Like, if I can do one thing, like, a month, I'm amazed. Like, the fact that I've kept up with the Japanese, I'm personally fucking shocked at. Like, I'm not even, like, proud of it. I'm shocked by it. Because I am not a person to fucking, like, especially when I'm super depressed or, like, super anxious or in a really bad place, like, I am not a person to keep up with things at all, or to have motivation to do things. That's why it's like, oh, if I do something on stream or if I do something on coffee, like, I have an audience, and then, like, if I tell you guys, oh, hey, guys, I'm gonna work on this video, and this video is gonna come out, like, if I don't make it or don't release it, like, I'm, you know, at least somebody can hold me accountable, like, hey, I thought you said you were posting this thing next week, and then it never came out. Like, if I don't have a good reason to not put it out, then, you know, it's just me standing in my own fucking way, as always. Let's knock down that fucking hype a little bit. Let's hope they don't have any good cards and win this turn. No, 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 no. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Ooh, they're close. Is that it? Oh, thank God. We win! Yay! I always hate when they win on, like, the last turn. That shit sucks. Did anyone level up? Anyone? Anyone at all? I mean, Cap, you could stream some making of some CAD stuff or some stickies or some whatever else you can make with a maker. I don't really know. I've never had one of those thingies, so I pretty much know them as sticker makers. I'm sure you can make plenty of stuff with them, but there's people who literally set up 3D printers with cameras on them and just let that stream, and that's like literally their live stream is just watching a 3D print happen in real time, which is wild to me that, like, people like watching that. But I guess it falls into that, like, weirdly, oddly satisfying category that people like so much on the internet. Alright, we're done with the tournament. Another fucking Hermble. Have you seen, what is it called? Like, I think it's called, like, is it called Dumpster Fire? And it's literally an automated live stream that you email in something. You can email something to the stream. It has an address set up that's public. And it prints it out. It automatically prints it out on a printer, and you can watch it happen on the stream. Like, there's multiple cameras. So it prints out whatever it is that you email, and then it puts it on a conveyor belt, and it drops it into a literal dumpster that is on fire and burns it. And it's all on live stream, and you can watch it. And it's like, I'm like, this is, I mean, this is what people watch. I'll have to send you the link later, because I don't remember, like, what the exact URL or, like, where it's hosted is, but it is a thing. You can probably Google it and find it, like, Dumpster Fire live stream or something. I keep forgetting to come in here and get these damn plants. Multiple. Can I get all these? Am I crazy? Was I able to pick these up before? I don't think I was able to pick these up before. No, okay. No, the last time I came there was only one. This time there's like a bunch. Well, that's fun. Did I miss any? Was that all of them? Freaking trees everywhere. Anything over here? Nope. Pick that up? Nope. I never come in here. I keep forgetting that I can. Shrumbo party! Okay. I don't think there's anything else in here that I can pick up or touch or do anything with yet. Look at him hanging out with his little ice cream cone. People do interesting thing on stream, man. Like, I have so many ideas, and okay, I do lie. I did drop money into one thing for the stream, and I can't say what it is, but I did drop money into the stream in like September or October, and it's one of those. It's a perfect instance of I dropped a lot of money into this equipment, and then I didn't do anything with it because I'm scared of fucking it up. But it's one of those. It's material for something that I want to make. But if I fuck it up, I cannot afford to replace the material. So, because it costs a lot of money. And I'm not super talented with the specific skills that are needed. So I'm like, I keep putting it off. And then I got COVID, and then I was too sick to do it. Because I was like, oh, December, like, holidays, like, you know, I'm not going to be streaming that much anyways, because I won't be able to. And then I got sick, and then my dog had a stroke. So I'm like, well, now I'm really not going to be productive, so... You know, it's been like one thing after another, and it's like, I need shit to level out for like 2 seconds so I can like catch up on normal things and then have extra time for extra things that aren't normal day-to-day things, because it's not like I still don't have daily life to deal with on top of all of it. But yeah, lots of ideas. I think doing either a live streamed, like everybody live streams at once and we do multi-stream, or we do like a live streamed Zoom thing or something for like a Ren Fair would be really fun. I don't even know the details of how we would go about like what we would do. Like obviously music, but second off, like I don't know beyond that. I love the idea of like the virtual like craft fair kind of thing. Get a practice material. When I made a dialect cosplay, the fabric I got was super pricey. So the funny thing is the material that I bought for the thing that I need to make is technically what people would use as a practice material. But the amount I need of it is the problem, because I needed like hundreds and hundreds of square feet of it. Because I had a professional, I have a friend who's a professional costume designer and maker. Like, she works at like Universal Studios in California. That's literally her job, is costumer. So I had her do all the math and help me with like figuring out how to do the pattern and how to best use the fabric, just like cookie dough, like how to not waste any. And at first I was like, oh, it's not going to be that much money. It might be like $25, and then it ended up being like $100 with the cheapest fabric possible. So I was like, oh, this like, you know, very, very, very cheap fabric ended up costing me like 3 digits. And there's still other supplies, plus the labor and stuff. And I'm like, oh my god, like if I fuck this up, I can't even afford to replace it. So it's like, it's an idea, and I don't even know that I don't even know. Like, I feel bad if I don't use it. Thankfully, it's a type of fabric that if I don't use it for the specific idea that I have, I can use it for something else in the future. So it's not like a waste, where it's like a super niche fabric, where I'm like, if I don't use it now, I'm never going to use it. Like, I have tons of fabrics like that, like, from, I'm not going to remember, was it 2008, 2010? Whatever year the movie Kick-Ass came out, the comic book movie Kick-Ass, I bought a lot of money's worth of relatively high quality black and very bright red pleather, and I did a full costume draft for a Red Mist cosplay. Like, I counted the number of stitch lines in the fucking costume and everything. Like, I have full notes on the costume design, the colors. I got all this pleather, and then was too scared to ruin that very expensive pleather, and couldn't afford to commission someone back then to make it, and it has sat in my fabric storage all these years. That's a different story. Like, that fabric's not getting reused for anything. It's just sitting there waiting for that specific day to come. Gleamy rain! Oh shit, son! This is only the second time I've had it. And it's on stream this time, so I don't feel like a crazy person, because I didn't know what it was the first time it happened. So we're gonna go gleamy hunting. Okay. There's something interesting for the stream. But yeah, so I have a few ideas that are adjacent to the stream. One of them is probably gonna be a coffee video, not the fabric one, but a different one. And then the fabric thing, I just have to get the time, because it's gonna take a while to do, and I would like to not do it in like 15 different sittings, because I know it'll just get fucked up if I like, because I'll forget where I left off, and it'll be a hot mess, kind of deal. So it's like I need time to do that, and also the spoons, because I think I have all of the materials I need. I might be wrong, but I think I have. Ooh, do I have you? I think I have this one. Do I have a GLEAMY? I do. Okay, I have a GLEAMY one of these, so we're good there. Aw, look at this sad little dumb Is that really just a regular old dumb on GLEAMY rain day? But yeah, so I do have some ideas. I want to have some options for the stream in the future. It's just a matter of, like, time and spoons, and for some things it's money, and for a lot of things it's just spoons and time, and, like, getting over that hurdle of, like, well, I need to at least attempt to do the thing, because if I fuck it up, I fuck it up, but if I never start, I'm also never gonna do it. And with most things, I've gotten pretty good over, like, that initial fear. Like, when I started making foam armor, I literally made it, like, the week before the convention, and it turned out like shit, but I fucking still made it, and it was wearable, and it wasn't great, but it was done, and it was painted, and it had straps and grommets, and, you know, all that fun stuff, and I had animatronics on it and everything, and people liked it, even though it was crap, and, you know, I jumped the hurdle of, hey, it's my first time doing it, so going in to, like, follow-ups, it's like, oh, I'm not so scared to, like, cut this foam apart. I have giant rolls of foam in my room for no conventions. I was laughing because one of my family members the other day asked me what kind of cosplays I've been working on lately. And it's like, you'd think sitting at home for years at a time, the perfect time to make some cosplays, especially more time-intensive ones. But I'm like, I don't have anywhere to wear them to. So why am I going to spend all of my time making cosplay that I don't have anywhere to wear it to? If I have to wait 2 years to go to a con, like, yeah, I have some materials on hand, but I don't know. It is on a long-term goal to, like, at least make progress on 3 cosplays this year, whether it be, like, fully finished or just, like, planned or started, like, just because, like, yeah, cons will be a thing at some point, and I have all this fucking material. Yeah, why bother energy? Yeah. Now, if I started working on cosplay on stream or for coffee videos, then that would be like, oh, 2 birds, 1 stone, right? Like, I'm making content, and I'm doing something with this material I have. Because, like, I do have a lot of foam, I will say. And, like, not the cheap foam. I have a lot of the expensive foam from pre-COVID in my room. So I do have materials, and I have glue, and I have, you know, some paint. I don't have every paint under the sun or anything, but I have lots of paint, and I just don't know where to start. Like, there's so many cool costumes out there, and I'm like, I don't know what I would want to make first. Okay, sorry, I just had, like, a massive brain fart, and I couldn't remember who the fuck I just looked at. Is that that's the uncommon, though, right? That's not the GLEAMY. Ooh, rain plop. Yeah, why bother energy? Yeah, it's super hard, and it's like, that's part of, like, streaming, like, helps give me some, like, deadlines or some kind of structure, even though I'm not on a super tight schedule with my streaming, because I can't be, sadly, like, out of my control. But, like, oh, if I go, oh, I'm gonna try and stream at least 4 times a week, whether, you know, unless I feel really sick, like this week. Like, if I'm feeling okay, I try to stream 4 times a week. I try to upload at least 1 coffee video a week, if not 2. I try to keep my VODs up to date. Like, it gives me some kind of, like, deadlines to do certain things. Like, right now, in February, it's rough because tax prep and beginning of year chaos and the dog and the COVID and all that other shit that was unexpected. Like, you can only plan for so much. So, just kind of work around it. No, they're irregular. Durable? Is durable, I think so, right? Durble's from Ammonia. Yeah, I'm just trying to find, like, ways to either motivate myself or to, like, get myself out of various types of ruts, if that makes sense. And I know, obviously, like, everyone struggles with that in different ways, because COVID and 2020 and now 2021 being the way it is. It's like, oh, I'm not going out. Like, why would I get dressed up? Why would I do my makeup? Why would I do my hair? Why would I shave? Why would I do anything? You know, why would I put pants on? And it's like, we're all just, like, doing our own separate thing. Like, I try to put on clothes every day, even though, like, I don't dress, like, fancy or cool in the first place. But, like, I try to not, like, just stay in my pajamas all day. I try to, like, sit at my desk when I stream or when I'm doing language stuff. I try to not do everything from my bed, even though I could do everything from my bed. I already do too much, I think, from my bed, so it's like I need to, like, do less from my bed, like, than I already do. Otherwise, we gonna be in trouble, because bed's just gonna be workplace, and that's not healthy, even though I live in a 10 by 10 space. So, I get it. We're all just doing what we can, and, like, if you can find a way to, like, give yourself a deadline, even if it's just for yourself and not for a stream or not for a video or not for a commission, then I would say that's the best way to do it, because now the Miminium music is, like, super fucking loud. It's totally Ooblets that's glitchy. Hold on, that's, like, fucking loud as hell. Jeez Louise. Alright, we're back to GLEAMY hunting. Let's see if we see anybody. Look at him! It's like purple. He needs quibs. We need to go get some quibs. Okay. Quibs from Amunia, and then we'll come back. It's like pinkish purple. Hold on. Let me turn down my volume, because my volume's fucking loud. I'm going deaf over here. But yeah, like, it's hard. It's not easy, and I definitely I'm not a person to tell you it's easy, because it's fucking not. But it's just like anything. It's... You figure out a way to either motivate yourself, or, like, there's a big thing, like, in psychology that, like, if you wait for motivation, you'll never do anything. Like, literally motivation comes from inertia. So you're actually better off not waiting to be motivated. You're actually better off forcing yourself to do something unmotivated, and then hitting flow state, and then just doing it after you've begun. And that's kind of, like, how I came back to streaming, honestly, because I didn't really feel emotionally ready to come back to streaming, to be frank. And then I was just like, I'm just gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna shut the fuck up about planning, because I was doing so much planning behind the scenes. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make this, and I'm gonna do this with my setup, and I'm gonna get this overlay, and I'm gonna make these custom graphics, and I had all these big ass plans and big ideas and all that, and it was great in theory. It's all great in theory. But what am I making plans for when I'm not even streaming? Like, why am I laying out a year's worth of upgrades when I wasn't even doing anything? So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm like, maybe I'll get back to streaming and I won't like it. Maybe I'll get back to streaming and my computer will explode. I don't know. Like, I'd had such a bad computer for so long that I couldn't stream that I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, look at him, look at him, look at him. What does he need? He needs roast eggs. Okay, so we need roast eggs and we need, the quib. Holy fuck, I love him. Look at it. It's so cute. It's like neon pink and stripy. You're not special. You're just a Squidward Zoidberg monster. Let's see. Gleamies only, please. But yeah, that's really, sadly, it's the best way to go about things, is to not wait until you're motivated. If you wait until you're motivated, it'll never happen. It just literally won't. And that's kind of like the nice thing pre-COVID about, like, cons and Ren Fair. It's like, oh, if I procrastinate and don't do anything all year, like, oh, I've only got a week now to finish what I need to do. Great, I fucked myself, but now I have a deadline. It's like, I know that Ren Fair is next week and I haven't finished my garb. Like, shit. I need to update my garb and I have so many hours to do it in. So it's like, even if you set yourself, like, even just friend check-in deadlines, or, you know, I'm gonna post an update on my stream, or I'm gonna make a video about it, or I'm gonna, you know, do a Zoom with a friend about it, and we're gonna share our updates, like, even that's, like, good, like, checking in with somebody else who also is, like, trying to work on stuff. It's like, me and April off stream talk about work stuff, like, all the time. Like, whether it be stream stuff, or her soap, or photo things. Hi, small humans. Hello. I swear to God, I keep hearing a chime over here. There is one. It's over here by the fence. But yeah, like, we talk about all kinds of, like, productivity and business stuff and stuff like that. Because, honestly, like, even just talking to another person and, like, having someone check in and be like, hey, did you ever do that thing you said you were gonna do? Or, like, how's progress coming on such and such? Like, it makes a huge difference over nothing. Like, I can tell myself I'm gonna work on a thing, but that doesn't mean anything long term, because I can tell myself, oh yeah, this week I'll cook 3 times, and then I cook once and I go, yeah, good enough. It didn't affect anybody but me, so why do I care, you know? So you just have to kind of go at it, but like, I'm not motivated, but today I'm going to do 30 minutes worth of work on this project, or I'm going to do an hour worth of work on this project, or I'm going to get till this checkpoint in this project, or this milestone, or whatever. Okay, we need quib, and we need roast dregs, and then we got to go get some gleamies, some shinies, shiny hunting. Alright, I don't even know if I have stuff for roast dregs, but we're going to find out. Oops, wrong button. Roast dregs. Let's see. Roast dregs. Needs dregs, fruit, lapala flower. Dreg, fruit, and lapala flower. Alright, let's see what we got. So we got a couple of dregs. How many dregs we got? 22? That's a lot. Don't have a lot of space. Hold on, I gotta dump some of this crap out of my pockets. Dregs. Fluky flower. Oh, almost out of those. That's not good. And then I also need the quib, which I think are in the other container. Yeah, quib. Oh, I do have roast dregs. Shit. Okay, hold on. Okay. I'll do this. Put this away. What else do I got extra? Mushrooms. Tanuki. Got a lot of crap in my pockets. We're gonna get some gleamies. Gleamy. Okay. And then it said how many? We need how many for that? We need 2 or 3? Okay, we need 2. I think I'm gonna make some extra while I have all this stuff out, though. Okay. And then let me go ahead and let's see. That, and I have so much crap in my pockets. Wish I could see where my cursor is, but I can't. Cha. Okay, let's go get some gleamies. So after we get these 2 gleamies, probably gonna be the end of the stream, because it's been about 2 hours. So gleamy hunt, and then we'll probably, if Christian's on, we'll raid Christian, because I think he said he was starting at 7. We'll double check. I don't have Twitter open right now, and I don't have Twitter on my phone, so I can't check Twitter on my phone. Also, it is very dark, and I'm surprised these dogs are not tearing me up for food, because it is after their dinner time, and they have not been fed yet, because I'm the only one here. Okay, yes. Dance battle. Look at him. Look at this little Patrick Star. Okay, well, sadly we brought a bunch of F-tier fighters to this match, but let's see what we got. Gain 2 points every time a move is played. Add a fluster. Earn 20 points. Okay, I'm putting 20 points. Add a fluster. Stun a random from either. Earn 6, earn 4. Gain 1, gain 1. Stun a target. And 6 points after 2. Okay, let's do... I can have 4. What is this? Fluster or 2 points every time a card played. Yeah, we'll raid him as soon as we're done with these 2 gleamies. Gain 6 points, earn 4 points, earn 2 points. Yeah, so we'll get this Gleamy Glanter, which say that 10 times fast. And then we will get the Gleamy of the, I don't remember what the heck he's called, but the other one, in Mamunia. And then we'll go raid Christian. Which Christian's another one who could have been here easily for Ren Fair talk. Actually, I think he just quit. I thought he said he was gonna be on like 7 to 9 or something. Uh-oh. He just quit. Why did he just quit? I am hungry and these dogs are probably hungry too. Maybe they'll eat me, or maybe they'll eat you. Oh, damn it. I didn't even see that. Oh well. Too late now. Wah, wah. It gives us 6 extra points though. I'll take it. Okay. 1 point. Gain 2 points. Gain 2 points. I do need to like look at some stuff and figure out like some cosplay stuff to work on. I want to do some variation of a Caduceus costume. I don't know which one or how, because I obviously can't drop more money into the project. So like I can make armor right now, but I can't work on like the prosthetics part because I don't have prosthetic stuff handy for what I would need for him. I have other prosthetics handy, but not what I would want to do. I do have an actual like I have a saved bunch of items that I have for long term for a Caduceus cosplay. It is a thing on a to-do list at some point. But it's also a very elaborate costume to do for just sitting at home. Body paint, prosthetics, wigs, armor. It's not like a lounge cosplay. Let's see, 2 points or 4 points. Hype, still 2 points. Ooh, gain a hype, I guess. 2 points or 4 points of fluster. Gain a hype. Points. I have so much foam. I need to make some kind of something. I just don't know what yet. I need to look through all of my many infinite characters, or like even if I make other stuff with them, even if I don't make like armor and I make like props with it, I'm okay with that too. Can make like weapons or something, or masks or horns or whatever. I have like a shot glass worth of resin left to use. That is very yellowed and probably not really something I should use for a good fine project. Really? No level up? Come on, man. But we did get Gleamy Pink Neon Glanter. Look at Neon Pink Glanter. Yeah. I love it. I'm gonna cosplay as Glanter. I'm just gonna be a giant triangle ghost. Okay. That's one Gleamy down. Now to Mamunia to get the other Gleamy. And then we are done for the night, I think. Actually, we'll check in on Steve if somebody reminds me. Because I didn't see nobody yelling for Steve in the chat today. But we will check on Steve if I remember to, or if I am reminded. Ooh. You there. Yes. Give me your purple dance. Steve. Let's see. I don't even know. Let's try that team. Pardon me. Also, I mentioned this the other day, but I want to make a, I want to make a Gashapon machine for stream. I don't know when I'm gonna do that. Not in February. I don't think it's gonna happen this month. But sometime soon. I don't know that I I definitely don't have everything I need, but I think I have most of what I would need to make one. Like a DIY one, not like a fancy cool one. If I could find one for cheap, I would just buy one, but because they look very, like, most of them look really cool, but a lot of them you either have to have imported or cost a lot of freaking money. Even the small, like the little tabletop size ones. Add a fluster, gain 2 points, earn 5 points. Let's do we have 5, so we can do 2, 3. Well, let's go ahead and take the freebie. And then let's do... Oh, man. You know what? I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to do that. And then we can do just this one. Okay, hopefully that doesn't bite me too hard in the butt. Add a fluster to your team, earn 3 points. I probably shouldn't have bothered to fluster them. I could have used my other card because they auto fluster. So let's see, I have 5 left, so I can do, yeah, we'll just do this. 4 points. And then 4 points. We're pretty close. Few points away. 15 points after 4 turns of warm-up. And then let's do Shablam. We got 2 Gleamies. 2 whole Gleamies. Look at all that. We never get 2 Gleamies. We had Gleamy Rain in the freaking on freaking stream for once. And I didn't think my game was broken. Because the first time it happened, I thought my rain was glitching, and my big game was broken. And I think I turned it off instead of knowing what it was. You should have... Yeah, well, the third Gleamy is one that I already have, so I didn't take him. It was one in Badgetown. Yeah. I think it was the... was it Petula? No, yeah. It was one of the ones that I actually already had, just from finding locally. Yeah, boo, but at least we leveled some people up, and we got the Glanter, which is great, because I really did want to see what the Gleamy Glanter looked like. So we lucked out on that one, because it could have been Gleamy Nam Nam or something, and I can't stand Nam Nam's face. So I would rather have little pinky purple Fripp here, and what if it had been a Gleamy Hermble? That would have been funny. Because I don't think I've seen the Gleamy Hermble yet. Okay. We got our Gleamies. That was great. That was unexpected, but awesome. We're gonna go home. And we're gonna check on Steve, and then we will raid if somebody is online. April made it sound like maybe Christian's not online for whatever reason. So if he's not online, then we will raid somebody else. We'll check on Steve first. So let me save my game. And then let me open up the Steve. Nope. I don't want that. I want Steve. Steve, please. 1 Steve, please. Steve. Ooh, seizure warning. Seizure warning. I'm in a dark room, and that was not great. Yeesh. All these weeds. Get these weeds out of my Steves. Okay. Everyone's in need of water. Because it's been a while. Look at it, we got a little bit of growth going on here. I wish plants worked like this in real life. We got so much flooding this week that it killed a bunch of plants. Like, we had this really nice potted fern in the covered atrium, and even through there it got so much rain that it literally just all turned brown and just died in a million pieces all over the floor, even though it had drainage. So that was fun. Look at this. Look at it. We should have a... I never know what day we have a freebie on, but I'm gonna check. Oh, we got a new seedling. Take good care of me. Okay. I never am gonna try to say the names of the plants, so... Let's plant our new plant. It's one of these buddies, so we'll put him over here for right now. And give him a spritz. And look at the little blob. And then we will also zoom out a little bit, and we will spray Bucky. Be wet, snail. Snail cam. Okay. Thank you all for joining me for this very... mostly serious conversation stream. Sorry to be a bit of a downer. It's been a rough time lately. Sometimes it's just gotta be real talk hours, you know what I mean? Like, can't always be like, goofy memes. Sometimes life is real, and sometimes it's not so fun. And actually, it's mostly never fun. Honestly. So I just rather be kind of open about some of it as much as possible. Yeah, gotta get... That's the thing is, it's like, I can only talk to myself alone in a room so much. So, like I said, I would like to start doing the Zoom thing and, like, talking to people, even if it's just, like, casual hangouts, or if it's game night, or if it's whatever. Like I've said before, like, if people want to do Jackbox outside of stream time, I'm down with shit like that. Like, obviously, I don't have every game under the sun, so, like, there's lots of games people, you know, want to play, and, like, I don't have, so, like, I can't do multiplayer. Like, if people want to chill on Animal Crossing, that's cool. If people want to play, you know, Jackbox, that's cool. I have other shit on my computer, God only knows. I actually, that jogged my memory just now. Earlier today, I was looking at some stuff, and I might try in an upcoming soon, like, hopefully between now and the end of the month, I'll say. I would like to test out, first, recording an MMO on my computer and see how my computer handles it. Because I've never tried to... well, not since... I used to stream... When I used to stream 7 years ago, whenever it was, I actually used to stream MMO stuff sometimes in the middle of the night, like really late at night. And it was like my chill middle of the night stream window was just MMO nonsense, like just slow travel and shit. Like, I literally want to try and do that again, because I would like to do it on stream at some point. I just don't know if my current setup can handle it on stream. So for right now, I'm going to try and do a coffee video as, like, an introduction sneak peek. And then, if my stream can handle it, that might be a new stream thing. I only have ever played one MMO in my entire life, because I'm a weirdo. And that would be Lord of the Rings Online. And if anyone knows anything about me, you all know what my main is. You all know that my main is a Hobbit Bard. So, I do have an Elf Bard who is Goth as well, but he's, like, not leveled at all. Like, not that my Hobbit is leveled at all, because I haven't played in, like, 8,000 years. But I do have the game on my new computer, and theoretically, I think if maybe I lowered the graphics down and made it less awesome looking, maybe I could stream it. I don't know. We might experiment with it. It might be an upcoming experiment, but expect it, if nothing else, maybe on a coffee video soon. I haven't recorded it yet, but it is in the plans. Let's see. If you ever want to do Discord and not have to manage a whole server, I can make you chat, voice channels, or whatever, and mod you so you can manage them. Thank you for the offer. So, I did delete my little mini server, and I didn't delete it because I couldn't handle it. I don't want to get too much into the details of it. April knows, but... I was having a particularly bad moment, and I have a tendency in my life that when I am at the end of my rope, no pun intended, that I kind of just go off the map. So I was like, well, I don't need this anymore, and I deleted the server. And I'm not going to remake it, partly because, not because it's a hassle to deal with, more so because it wasn't really serving a purpose. So I'm like, in the future, if there's a demand for it, I'll make a new server. But for right now, there wasn't really any use for it, so I just went ahead and deleted it. Because I had thought about just leaving it in the background, but I was like, I hate just having shit to have shit, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we talked, so I mean, so. But yeah, but I didn't remake it or anything, and I didn't really plan to remake it just because I was like, I don't think it was really serving a purpose. The few people who come to the stream regularly obviously are in the stream. They know what's going on, or what's being played, or what's not being played. And it's like, a lot of the people who asked to be invited to the Discord never showed up to any streams, whether Jackbox or otherwise, and still haven't showed up to any streams in the months that I've been streaming, and never messaged me about joining after asking for special invites. And I did have people ask me literally to message them personally. Like, I had a handful of people be like, hey, hit me up when you're going to go live, and I would hit them up, and then they wouldn't show up to the stream. So I'm sick of like having to send out like 15 special invites every single week when people ask to be invited. Like, if you ask to be invited, to me that means you're already invited. And if you don't follow me on Twitch, or you don't want to like answer your notifications or answer your DMs, then that's beyond me. Like, you either show up to the stream or you don't. Like, I can't make people show up, I can't make people game. It's, and I know everyone has their own life, and that's why it's like not a big deal, but it's like, I'm also not going to remake the server, because if April and you are like the two main people who are showing up as it is, you don't need the server for that. You're already here. like I'm not sending special invites anymore. Like, the first couple of times, okay, but yeah, between social media, like between, if you follow me on Twitch, you can turn on and off your alerts. I stream the same 4 days almost every single week. Like, it's not a mystery as to when I'm streaming. I know the time isn't always the same, but the days are the same. Like, if you wanted to ask me on a Thursday morning, hey, are you streaming tonight? Like, I know you do Jackbox on Thursdays. Can I join? Like, okay, cool. But yeah, I don't have the spoons to like reach out to every single person I know, because you're like, one person asks for a special invite and they think they're the only person who asked for a special invite, and it's like, no, you're all asking for special invites, and I don't mind you guys wanting reminders, but that's when I set up the server. And then when I set up the server, everyone's like, yeah, I muted the server, and it's like, then why are you on it? Because the whole point of it is just for me to bump when the stream is. Like, so I got rid of the server. I'm like, fuck it. It's not worth the hassle of posting in and updating when everyone's telling me they muted the server. And you're not checking it manually, obviously, or you'd be showing up to the streams or the games. So I was just like, you know what? You're just adding more spoons and effort into my routine, and it's not worth it. Because it's not like there's any, like, there's no one's reaping any benefits from it on either side. You're not getting to come game, and I'm not getting friends in my game lobby, so it's like, never mind. And like I said, like, I get some people, like, it's a scheduling thing, or it's a work thing, or there's time zones, like, and that's fine, that's cool, but like, when I've invited you for, weeks at a time, or I post ahead of time, or I DM you ahead of time, and then you say yes, and then you don't show up, like, it gets old. So, and I know I have, like, baggage around that kind of behavior, so it's also not helpful, but I can't babysit, like, all of my friends. Like, you're all adults. If you want to play, you come play. If you don't want to play, that's fine. Don't come play, but don't ask me to remind you to show up and then you don't show up. Like, it's just like a birthday party. Yeah, that's what I think is, like, anyone would be annoyed by that. It's like, hey, I'll come to your birthday party, just remind me the day before. Okay, I remind you the day before, hey, the party's tomorrow, you still coming? And you go, yes, and then you don't show up. Like, that's annoying. Like, just say you're not coming. That's fine. I would not cry if you said, no, I'm not interested, but thank you for the invite. That's fine. We're adults. I'm not going to cry. Like, you telling me you're going to show up and not showing up multiple times back to back, that's more annoying. That may, not just me, but especially with, like, how stressful the past, like, year and a half, 2 years has been. Like, I really don't have the spoons for, like, forcing people to want to be social with me. Like, if you don't want to answer my DMs, if you don't want to be on my server, if you don't want to answer my text messages, if you don't want to answer my Twitter, that's fine. I'm not chasing you, though. I'm 33. I'm not 12. I'm not chasing for friendship anymore. If you want to be my friend, the internet works both directions, my friend. You can message me at any time, and I will get that message at some point. Usually, relatively quickly. Because I don't sleep very much, and I'm on the internet way too much. So, yeah, that's kind of... So, the server is not being remade, just as a heads up. I'm going to put that on the record. It'll get remade when there becomes a demand. Right now, there's zero demand, so I'm not remaking it. That's where that's at. I do want to be more social with people, even outside of the streaming and gaming setup, like just talking to people, and I'm trying to get better with it, but we all know that's a fun time, so that's where that's at. Virtual Ren Fair. Sometime, don't know when, don't know how. Would love to, like, have a big group think situation on it. Don't even know where to begin. I don't think I have the spoons to organize a big thing like that, or a bunch of people, obviously, so can't make any promises. All of that aside, let me open up my raid window and see who is on. So I'm assuming that Christian is not on, because I do not see his name in my feed, or manually. So we will not be raiding Christian. I'm going to say... You know what? He's got a huge audience, but we'll head over to Lawrence's channel. He is playing... Sorry, my vision's really bad. I have to lean in here. Valheim? Not familiar with it. Sounds cool. So we're going to raid Lawrence. Sirlar. I hope everyone has a good night. And I'm so glad camera's not on for what I almost just busted my ass. Thank you for joining me and sticking around and putting up with my nonsense and for listening to me be a crazy person. Aside from this, everything's up to date on the coffee. I will bump one more time at the end of the stream both my coffee, where all my VODs go, and my exclusive videos, and the charity of the month. And I will see everyone tomorrow. I have no idea what the hell I'm gonna play. So maybe we'll just do something random, or maybe we'll do some Animal Crossing. I don't know. My brain is pudding. We'll see how my brain feels. Alright. Have a good night, guys. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Bye.